Alright, I am here. Holy fuck, I have to lower the audio. Well, first of all, happy 4th of July, even though for me it is now the 5th of July. Still beating the heat. Also, the only reason I'm really doing this stream is because Brandon and Jesse are going to get on, and I really wanted to talk to them. Haven't talked to Brandon in a while. Fucker, come on, I wanted the pop-out chat. And I have to resize the game itself a bit. Alright. I also have to get Skype open. Alright, there, it's good. So as soon as they call, they come. Alright, let's play the game. Alright. I think we'll play story for now.
Everyone's on the take. The DA, City Hall, even the cops on the beat, being paid to turn a blind eye. But me? Nah, I couldn't. So I got out. It's all down to Mr. Big. He's cost me everything. So tonight I sent him a message. And boy, will he take the bait.
What am I worried about? It's not me that's got to tell the boss. The Graces can handle himself. Yeah, he can look after himself. Graces! Come on, you stupid! I want that son of a... I want him dead, you hear me? Dead!
Dead. Yeah, we'll see about that. But from now on, Big...
Might actually give it a few minutes.
Because I'm taking you down.
Still have to get my Bing credits. Alright, just give me a minute. Sorry, I'm taking a bit. Then again, no one's here. Everyone's probably enjoying the fireworks. Alright, well now I can close the window at least. Okay. Alright, I think I'm ready to resume. I'm sorry about that, but then again, like I said, doesn't seem like anyone's here. Oh, where'd the guy go? Oh, there he is. Gonna ask Jesse if he's ready. There we go. We're draining some whiskey. No whiskey for anybody on this 4th of July celebration. It's going to be a very boring celebration if you like whiskey, but I don't like whiskey, so I don't care. Alright. There we go. mean, yes, I am live, so, Let's go in this phone booth.
Hey there, it's Marco. Meet me at the newsstand down the main street.
Okay. There we go, we win. Jesus, I didn't know you could break it that badly. Let's clear out the inside of here. Alright, Jesse says almost. Yo, get out! Get out of the way. That's not nice. Yo! Don't be shooting people just like that. Seems like everybody's a natural Tommy DeVito. Good thing we're building up Tommy gun ammo. Anyways, here's a fun fact. You can actually play pool. Here's the cue ball. Let's see what this does. Oops! Sunk the cue ball. I lost. Oh. I think there's a sniper in there. Well, I can't see the sniper. But then we have a full Tommy gun clip with 67 extra bullets. Let's go to the newspaper stand. Now we gotta protect him. Yo! Asshole! There you go. Oh, wait a fucking minute. What the? Oops. Thank God he didn't die.
You'll need a pass to get into the Sunrise Club. Tony keeps a spare in his safe.
Bye-bye. Going into the pitch black room of nothing. Got some TNT. Let's pull out the rifle. Okay. Oh. Nice. Okay. Just trying to use up all the rifle ammo, because I don't think we're going to be needing it too much. Wow, a sniper that doesn't even notice me. You're supposed to... Well, wait. The fuck? Oh, that's just civilian. If only you were able to make if only there were maps this large in the multiplayer mode. Because I'll say this much, the multiplayer of this game and its sequel still hold up today. It's one of the very few multiplayer modes I can tolerate. Alright, I think here's the TNT. Hey, shotgun. You missed Brandon's stream? That's unfortunate, Pokesaurus, but you're here for mine. The only real reason I'm doing this is because Jesse more or less asked me to. Oh, wait a fuck.
Hey, it's Marco. Find a window and check outside. There's some guys out to get you.
Look out the window, huh? Oh, fuck. Oh, what the fuck? Do I hear fireworks still? I do not. And now I can finally call Jesse.
Hey, shnick.
Hola! I'm playing TimeSplitters 2 on the Xbox.
Good old OG Xbox.
Yeah, I was at my dad, because we had nothing better to do, he had the day off from work for pretty obvious reasons. So, we decided to go to a retro game store that's far enough away to where I've never been to it before. I didn't get that... It wasn't that big, so I didn't get that many interesting finds. The only things I got were Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine for the N64, which is not a very easy game to find. And I was going to emulate it, but then I heard the game is a bitch to emulate, so I had to get the actual cartridge. But that's fine, though, because the game is not bad. In fact, it runs pretty well on the N64, I gotta say. Then I got MX Unleashed, only because it was on the Xbox One compatibility list. And I also got Maximo, a game that Brandon compared to Shrek in terms of difficulty. Oh, hi, Marco. You went to one yesterday? Oh, and Brandon can now join. Alright, let's get Brandon in here.
Yay, Brendan.
The only thing is, there's a screaming kid that's gonna be right next to him. Hopefully he's not too loud. But, yeah, so... Then, I told him to stop at another one on the way back. And it's right there when I kind of realized that I think I've more or less bought all the games I could really ever want. So, now, I've kind of switched over. I'm kind of now in the collector phase, where I'm just rebuying games I already own on different platforms. TimeSplitters 2 is one of them. I owned it. The other one's Pac-Man World 2. I owned both of those on the PS... You just celebrated Canada... Oh, you're up in Canada. I see. There you go. So wait, Canada Day is the same day as 4th of July?
We can't do that anymore, okay? Let's make a deal with that. That's pretty much cheating. You're such a little piece of crap cheater.
Can I enable a push to talk on Skype?
So push to talk? I mean, you could just mute it and then try to speak when you need to.
You could mute and then just unmute.
Yeah, like, mute it and then when you need to speak, unmute it. Oh, Canada Day's on July 1st. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
So... Wait, did Brandon say I can't do that?
No, I'm trying to figure out Skype's push to talk thing.
Oh, push to talk.
Uh-huh. But it's not allowing me to...
It's not fucking working!
Yeah, it is not working right now.
Alright, so... This year, since July 1st was a Sunday, Canada Day was extended to July 2nd. Ah, it's almost like a leap year. But, yeah, so I got TimeSplitters 2 and Pac-Man World 2 on the Xbox when I already owned them on the PS2. TimeSplitters 2 is more or less the same game, only for some reason the Xbox controller feels a bit more natural with the game compared to the PS2 controller.
Retweet if your mom or grandma had a pincushion shaped like a tomato. Why is this on Twitter?
Okay. Then, Pac-Man World 2 has a couple more differences. For one thing, I noticed between the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox versions, the rev roll sound effect is completely different.
That's weird.
I got push to talk working, by the way.
Alright, that's good, that's good. And... in the PS2 version, it's more or less like a wheel, like, spinning in place. It's like, whee, just that. But then,
Don't
for some reason...
about the GBA version. That's the best version.
I actually do have the GBA version that I got for free.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I tell you, the Pac-Man World 2 on the GBA is better than the original game on GBA, I'll tell you that much.
I think I have to go. Give me a second.
Alright. But, so yeah, on the PS2 version, it's that sound effect. The GameCube version makes it a lot more it makes it a lot more cartoonish. Like, it almost sounds like the original game's sound effect for it. And then the Xbox version's a bit weird. It seems to start with the GameCube sound, but then it quickly transitions to the PS2 sound. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
And then another noticeable difference with the Xbox version. You know how the main theme is like this little ninja thing? This little ninja sounding tune?
Ninja sounding tune?
Like, it's like boom 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 beep beep boom 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 boom, like that thing?
Yeah, no.
Well, we're talking about Pac-Man World 2 here, so that's the main theme of the game that plays on the title screen and on the world's map, and in the Pac Village level. The Xbox version is mysteriously missing that track. Instead, they just play the music from the tutorial level.
That's weird.
Yeah. So you know what? This actually piqued my curiosity, and now anytime I visit my retro game stores, I'll go through my favorite games, see if they have them on alternate platforms, and check them out. Because at this rate, more or less...
So now you're all into collecting, kind of like I am.
And more or less,
I have... collection, I have a silver edition PSX coming in the mail sometime this month.
Wow. Yeah, you showed me that. But yeah, more or less, I have to be a collector at this point, because there's like nothing left for me to buy. That's original, like, aside from new games. Oh, you remember seeing the GameCube version being played at a kid's hospital? Yeah, like, when I used to go to the orthodontist, they had a GameCube and a PS2 set up. Like, one day they had Incredibles, one day they had Chicken Little, one day they had Wario World, one day they had Tony Hawk. Oh, fuck. The fuck is the good... Hey, bullshit.
I'm back.
You're back? Well, yeah, you missed me describing. So... long story short, the Xbox version is, for some reason... the Xbox version of Pac-Man World 2, for some reason, it's missing the main theme of the game.
It's really weird.
Yeah, the GameCube and PS2 versions have it, but then the Xbox version... in all the places where the main theme would have played, they just used the tutorial level music.
It's strange.
Like, I could actually demonstrate since I have the Xbox version. Then, meanwhile, the other games I got, well, I got Silent Hill 2 on the Xbox, and I figured, what the hell? And I also got Silent Hill 3 on the PS2. Just to compare to the HD collection. In fact, in the store, I noted I had played the HD collection first. And some of the store employees right then and there went, ooh. And I noted, yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like it, and they were like, yeah, a lot of people, yeah, it wasn't really that good. And then I had to note, but on the PS3 version, they fixed it, and if you can believe it, instead of being elitist pricks where they were like, oh, doesn't matter, it still sucks, they were like, they responded, oh, right, they did fix it, that's good.
Huh. Yeah, it's good that they're not like,
and I told them that I was getting the original versions to compare.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have to pay $30 for Silent Hill 3, but I don't care. At least Indiana Jones was $40 actually. Fucking goddamn it! Where are these fucking snipers at? There's one. I will say the multiplayer in this game still holds up. In fact, one reason why I was curious to get this is because there's actually a map maker in this game that I couldn't utilize that much on the PS2 version because it eats up your memory card big time. But Xbox has got hard drive, bitch, so no need to worry about that.
Yeah. Good.
And in the sequel, the map maker's a lot better. So I wanted to try it there. Brandon, did you say something?
Did not.
Okay. And then Marco freaking says, let's hope there's less snipers than Dick Tracy on NES.
They're everywhere in that game.
Yeah, freaking Dickard can't survive the damn freaking snipers. You know what, Mario in chat? I need to freaking get Sims on Xbox now.
Oh no, not Sims.
I played the hell out of Sims 2 on the PC.
DLCs for DLCs.
Which Sims though?
I think the original.
Oh, never mind then.
Like, not
Sims
Sims 4.
4 is Beans.
Sims 4 is Beans.
Yes.
Yeah, freaking Sims 4. Sims 3 versus Sims 4, you trade 10 beans so you can get 1.
Freaking, there's still...
DLC 4 DLC in The Sims, like, there was a pet DLC, and then it was a DLC for the pet DLC, which was like customizable pets. It was so stupid.
Jesus.
Yeah, now they're doing one where it's literally a DLC for seasons, for different seasons. So yeah.
I just freaking gunned down this guy and freaking got freaking Sonny Corleone style.
Everyone at my cousin's house was getting salty at me because they kept beating everyone in Smash. So I'm just like, oh, okay. And then I went and played Melee.
Sims
instead.
busting out on the GameCube because the loading times were better? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. All the different versions have their differences, like the way the controls feel, the way the game performs, maybe like extra content.
For me, I don't know what it is, but games on different platforms in general always have a different feeling. Like,
yeah, like that's honestly all I can do now. Like, since I can't really buy original retro games anymore because I have all the ones I could ever want, I feel like all I can do is just buy my favorite games on alternate platforms, see how they compare. Oh, Brandon, do you have that drawing Pokesaurus made for you?
I used to have it. I don't know where it went.
Hey, Brendan, did
Oh,
you see that?
fuck, I have to drain the damn whiskey barrels.
Brandon,
Goddamn no
do you think
drinking
it's stupid-
tonight.
You think that it's stupid that
And then Mario in chat says that he can now play Sims on PC. I know... One good thing EA did recently was they gave away the entire Sims 2 collection on Origin. Like, every single DLC. Not DLC, expansion pack.
Oh, there he...
Oh, there's baby.
big news phone, internet?
So now what were you saying?
What was I saying?
No, him.
Yeah, what were you saying? Yeah, EA actually did
Diving.
something good. I mean, I will always state that EA was a good company once upon a time. But then the 2010s was when they turned to shit.
Dude, you sound like crap now.
Wait, what happened? My internet.
Oh, now you're good. Now you're good. Now you're good.
Okay, my internet was stupid. What happened was I was talking like, "Hey Brandon, do you think it's stupid that fireworks are illegal?" And then I just hear boom, and I'm just like, Skype. Something went wrong with the internet, and I'm just like, whoa. So then I
And it was even funnier, Jesse, because you started talking, and then like you literally just sounded like.
I have to go back on stream and watch that. That was stupid.
You literally made like an 80s dial-up connection sound. It was really strange.
Sounded like the Wi-Fi just ripped out of my phone.
Your 8K modem died.
3K.
And because I can't find this last whiskey barrel, oh my god.
Oh, and by the way, Jesse, I'm playing a game that Adam absolutely hates.
Who is it?
What game are you playing?
Whoa.
Right now I'm playing Fortnite with...
Oh, Fortnite, and I think I found the last whiskey barrel. Oh my fucking god! Asshole! son of a
Yeah,
bitch.
I'm playing it with. I'm playing on PC, crossplay with his Xbox.
This
I could
is
play
Shrek on
the Switch 'cause I have it
Xbox.
on the Switch. I downloaded it. My dad downloaded it literally a day, like 2 days before for his PC, and started playing it. And he's like, it's alright, I guess. And then it comes out for the Switch, and then he never touched it again. I don't think he remembers what Fortnite is. Do you want to know something messed up, Brandon?
It's an alright
Fortnite on
game,
Switch-
Jesse.
Fortnite on the Switch actually has voice chat, like just normal voice chat, because Nintendo
What?
gave them the.
No way.
Yes, you could just straight up have normal voice chat on the Switch with like the headphones and everything built into the game.
And of course, it's not Nintendo that does that. It's frickin' Epic Games that comes up with a way better fucking voice chat for the Switch edition. Of fucking
what
course.
What Nintendo did was give them like code and stuff to create their games with. So people are speculating that Nintendo's probably just gonna release code to developers and say, if you want voice chat, give it.
Good fucking job, Nintendo. Good fucking job.
Freaking goddamn it, Mario. Jesus Christ, you went to a freaking store that had no games except shovelware and sports games, but you were really hoping to find Shrek on Xbox just for the lulz. I will tell you this much. In my home state, every time I go to my retro game store, I am guaranteed to see at least one copy of Shrek. Fucking goddamn it! Stop it!
There's always nothing that I want.
So Shrek has infected your retro game stores, huh?
Yeah, Shrek is all over. Like, I always see at least one copy of goddamn Shrek.
I saw a picture.
Alright, yeah, bitch!
It was like a library, and it said like anime/manga, and literally all that was there was Shrek stuff. It had Shrek on Xbox.
There's this store that I watched this YouTuber, he went to it in Japan. It was called Hard for Games in Japan. And the funny thing about that store is it's got like a whole bunch of Japanese stuff, and of course it has PSXs there. And then he was walking and he's like, and here we see the adult video section.
Wow.
Vandalia's coming in the call, by the way.
Oh yeah, and Adam really hates this game.
Yeah, I know.
I'm lagging.
He was like, why are you playing that game?
Like, I could just imagine Adam ranting right now. He's like, hey, you know what I find bullshit about Fortnite, Brandon?
He'd probably be like, it's bullcrap that you're playing it, period.
Brandon, why do you...
Did Vandalia get in?
He's in.
No.
Yes, you did. Don't lie to us.
Didn't get in.
What?
Nope, didn't get in at all.
All right, well, you're here
how...
just in time. We have a bit of a party now. Huh.
A little bit. But
Yeah,
I find it funny how
no,
both
really,
you,
this
Jesse and Pokesaurus left messages saying, "Shit, I missed the live stream."
Yeah, no, seriously, like, now this is a party, because we got Jesse, Brandon, Vandalia in the call, and then we got Pokesaurus, Mario, and Marco in the chat.
Because what's funny is, Brandon, is I got home and it said streamed 2 minutes ago, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I was streaming for a good hour.
Yeah, it was beans. I barely missed it. And it said live, like, I went to my subscriptions, and it's all like, oh, hey, Brandon's live. Clicks on it. The broadcast you were watching has ended.
And it's very well possible, Jesse, that we were watching the same fireworks show, because every year I just go up onto my roof, and that's how I watch the fireworks show.
We went to this park. We went to, like, the school's park. I don't know what school, but we went to the school's park, and then we went, like, inside of that park, like, in the recess playground, and we just held, like, a picnic in that park, and we saw, like, 2 different fireworks shows at the same time. One was much better than the other. But the place
Yeah, we
I
were
went
watching
to
them
had
all over.
skydivers. Like there were
Oh,
4
so yeah,
skydivers.
we were watching the same one then because we saw
Yeah.
the ones with the skydivers. That was Thornton's show.
Yeah, so I probably was like really close to your house then.
Most likely, if we were watching the same fireworks show, probably.
Like at most, we were probably like about like not even a mile apart. Like probably like 1,000 feet apart, like in a radius.
Oh, Mario in chat saw the DSP YTP. Was it for the first time?
I swear, freaking Mario in chat is almost as bad as Adam. His name's Mario and he has Sonic, while Adam is named Mario but has Link.
Meanwhile, I'm in the... Marco, if you haven't seen it already, I recommend you watch the DSP YTP I put on Vandelia's channel.
I think you said you saw it.
No, Mario
Wait,
said he saw it.
channel?
Oh.
Oh, he did see it, yeah, freaking... What was the best part? When freaking Grandpa Phil freaking gives him a noogie and then a wedgie when Shrek flies at him like Superman and charges him through a city, or when Psycho Dad destroyed his car.
My favorite part is Psycho Dad. Because there's just so much build up to it on him begging to his Patreons to where'd you get the money? Where'd you get the money? Patreon.
I had to cut out the like in the actual video he says that his mom gave him money, and I had to cut out the moment where the Psycho Dad was like, your mother gave you But yeah, I just cut it straight to where he throws the Xbox at the back of the car.
I thought I remember seeing an episode like that of not Uncle Grandpa, but freaking Angry Grandpa, where he says, "Where'd you get the money?" and he says YouTube, and I thought that was that. I might just be remembering wrong then.
Hey, Shnick, you think you could paste Dark Side Phil's head on this girl's body?
On what girl's body?
I'm gonna make an image that I think everyone will possibly like.
What, for the thumbnail?
Yep. I'm gonna make it thumbnail-esque. It's gonna have fireworks, but the fireworks are gonna be like our icons. Like, it's gonna look up into the sky because I took a photo over where we were at watching our fireworks show, and I just took a photo of the sky. Then I'm gonna have fireworks in the background, and then I'm gonna have our icons, and it's gonna look like our icons were being lit up as fireworks.
Awesome.
I'm gonna see if I can do that though with my phone programs.
Where are you at on here?
Marge.
Have you been watching any Rocco Shnick?
I didn't get my DVD box set yet.
Oh, I thought you said it came in the mail today. Or not today, but like
no,
when you were
I
talking about
ordered
it.
it on Amazon, but it has yet to ship. Maybe I should have used my sister's Prime account. But as soon as it I mean, it should come before I have to go to upstate to the camp.
I'm not sure if Brandon's icon's gonna work though, because this is really dark.
Well, Brandon wasn't there last night.
Oh wait, I'm making just a new thumbnail for 4th of the July.
Oh, the live stream that I did.
Oh, I thought. No, never mind. Like, Because
Like,
what I
yeah.
was gonna
Is
make,
your
I was gonna
brain
make
in bozo mode right
I
now?
thought you were making it for the last night's podcast.
Did Adam tell you about my stupid bozo brain messages that I messed up really bad?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Not
He
a
told me
bad
that
brain.
you messaged him twice. Adam, I have bozo brain, and then you're like, crap! I meant you, not me. And I was just like,
Yes, I
wow,
did
good job, Jesse.
I'm not
Twice,
at you.
twice.
Oh my
After
god.
I did that, I went on Twitter and I said, I just want everyone to know that at Mario2101 has bozo brain. K bye. And they got 0 likes. So I don't think anybody saw it. But yeah.
Well, Marco,
I was
it's getting a
super tired.
revival movie. Hopefully, it doesn't premiere around Thanksgiving, which kind of screwed over Hey Arnold the Jungle movie.
Jungle.
Meanwhile, I'm making the biggest map ever. This is a map middle school schnick would be proud.
Wait, how am I gonna do this? Wait, my brain.
Is this shitty RPG
So I need to put
finale?
fireworks first, and then I need to overlay our icons together. This is gonna be weird. Tint. Wait, hue. Temperature.
I tell ya,
Weird.
I'm conducting a little experiment where I'm using original bumpers from Nicktoons back in the day to actually reconstruct what Nicktoons would have looked like for my own personal use.
Cool.
Like, what I was doing earlier was prepping. Like, I was making sure I was getting a hold of everything I need. TimeSplitters 2 Middle School Schnick Edition. Oh my god.
Oh no. It scares
You know,
me.
honestly, this game isn't as bad as I thought it was.
I told
Fortnite.
you.
Yeah. Watching DSP fail miserably at it is pretty funny, though.
Watching DSP fill anything is funny.
Pretty much.
I've just played so many games that are similar to Fortnite that I'm just like, oh.
This is the first one I've played.
Should there be a
that's
Tony
any
Hawk?
Battle Royale, like.
Should there be a No, Brandon, I tell you, I think TimeSplitters was the original Battle Royale because freaking you could have large... I mean, not on the ridiculous scale like what Fortnite's like, but like there's huge maps that are like very last man standing modes. Like, I tell you, TimeSplitters 2 has a shitload of game modes. If you don't know what TimeSplitters 2 is, more or less, it's made by a lot of the same people who worked on GoldenEye and Perfect Dark.
Sorry.
And personally, everyone keeps saying, oh, GoldenEye's best. GoldenEye's best. No, it's fucking not. Perfect Dark was... GoldenEye was good for its time. Perfect Dark was even better. TimeSplitters, they perfected it.
Pokesaurus thought he saw a ghost in my video.
Okay.
You all know Agent Under Fire is the best one. Just kidding. I'm very biased towards Agent.
Yeah, definitely. TimeSplitters has aged very well. Perfect Dark is a little bit aged, but at the very least, you have the Xbox Live port that's a lot more modernized.
I think the Xbox Live port is whatever.
No, the Xbox Live port's pretty damn good. The N64 version kind of runs like crap.
Meh.
Whereas the Xbox Live version,
not the original, but the Xbox One, or not Xbox One, but the Xbox version makes everything look a bit more generic.
Not to me.
Am I
Like, the game
remembering
still
it
looks
backwards? Because I know
perfectly fine.
I think it's either the Xbox Live port that makes everything kind of hard to navigate through, or if the original was really hard to navigate through and the Xbox Live version fixed that.
No, way I see it, the Xbox Live version is the definitive way to play the game, because I believe the N64 original has not aged that well. For one thing, the game kind of runs like crap, because it's pushing the N64 to its absolute limit. Not to mention, you need the expansion pack in order to play the campaign and the full multiplayer. And And of course, the controls haven't aged that well. On the Xbox Live port, not only do the graphics get a complete overhaul, but it still stays true to the original game, and it runs at a full 60 FPS. And they give you the option to use a control scheme similar to the original, but then they also put in 2 control schemes that are cleverly named Spartan and Duty Calls. The former emulating the Halo control scheme, and the latter emulating the Call of Duty control scheme.
Duty calls.
To me, the Call of Duty control scheme was the most accessible. And yes, Mario in chat's right. There was a very similar remake being made for GoldenEye, but it got shit-canned when Microsoft, Nintendo, and Activision fought like babies over it.
It's my game. No, it's my game. It's my game.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
So yeah, in that respect, Perfect Dark has aged pretty well, but GoldenEye, my god, it has not aged well at all. I am still utterly shocked that people still, when it comes to all the FPS games, the same development the Rare/Free Radical team worked on, I still can't believe everyone says GoldenEye's their favorite and not Perfect Dark, not TimeSplitters. It's always GoldenEye, 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 GoldenEye. People who say GoldenEye's it is because of nostalgia.
I think it's because GoldenEye kind of did what all those other games did, and all the other games just kind of added onto it and not really expanded. Like,
but
they did expand,
so
but they more so
nowadays.
just added on to the formula
I thought you hated TimeSplitter. You did a review on it.
I didn't hate TimeSplitters. What are you talking about?
I thought you did a review on it, TimeSplitter.
No, I reviewed Time Crisis. And that game is good too. There were a couple of low points, but it's good.
Yeah, I don't think I could do what I wanted to because my program's too archaic. Not archaic, but you know what I mean.
That, have you written your review of Striking Xbox for your new season yet?
No. All I know is that the script is written, and I'll work on it whenever.
Season 2 coming in. No idea.
2027.
Shnick, I hope the Resident Evil 2 remake has Resident Evil 4's controls, where it's like half tank controls.
I think people looks like I'm probably gonna end up buying it because at least it's not that retarded picture shit. It's fully modeled and everything, so it looks better.
People said that it's Resident Evil 2 with the Resident Evil 7 engine made to play like Resident Evil 4. That's like the best description.
Yeah, it does run on. Yeah, it and Devil May Cry 5 do run on the same engine as Resident Evil 7.
At first, I didn't even notice. At first, I didn't notice that it ran on the same engine. But then I looked at it more, and I'm like, I guess I could see it. But like, it's just so different from Resident Evil 7. Plus, it's like
I'm sure Pokesaurus does.
That it just looks better. But yeah, I just hope that the controls, because right now the controls seem to be more in line of Resident Evil 6, where it's more fully. Like when you move the stick, you move the character and the camera stays in position, and then you move the character has 360 controls, and then you move the camera at the right stick. What I want is when you press up, Leon moves up, and then when you press back, he walks backward, and then when you press left or right, he turns along with the camera, like in Resident Evil 4, where it's like half tank, and then with the C stick, you kind of lean over to look. The right stick, I mean. I hope there's an option for that. But either way, I'm still probably going to play it, so. Bork.
No, I have to.
PC versus console, Jesse.
PC versus console?
Parasite Eve 2 does not control that well. Pokesaurus, I'm sure you would want a Dino Crisis remake.
Dino Crisis. Wait, what were you saying, Brandon? You said something about PC versus console?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Fortnite is one of the few games that has crossplay. I'm gonna need ammo, by the way, Ty.
Somebody said that they wanted to have motion controls in the Switch for Fortnite.
Wait, motion control? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like in Splatoon. Because when Doom came out,
Fortnite.
they added motion controls into Doom and Wolfenstein, and people loved it.
Really?
Because it's more in line with like the Resident Evil smooth motion controls, and people kind of for that.
That is just strange. That is just strange.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, you know, even though it's really cool playing crossplay with these two, of course Sony's not gonna allow their fucking console to get in on the fun because Sony's pretty fucking lame with crossplay.
Yeah, it's not even the fact that you can't play crossplay, it's that they also lock your account if you link it, which I think is... Like, I can understand if you can't do crossplay, but at least have people have their own accounts.
I don't understand why they're locking a third-party company's... Like, Epic is a third-party company. Sony literally should have no right to lock down people's accounts.
Yeah. They probably made a deal with Epic Games, and Epic Games was like, sure, but like they didn't read much into the contract of the crossplay thing.
It's retarded, dude.
What do you
I'm
think
almost
about
out of map space.
Game? Oh wait, do you know what game I'm excited for? I'm excited for Super Mario Party. Because it looks about in line of Mario Party 4, which I think was a good game. Not the best in Mario Party, but still really good, so... And the mini games look a lot better than Mario Party 4. Like, I think the mini games in the Mario Party Switch game look to be as good as Mario Party 6 and 7. Like, they just look amazing. I just wish that the top 100 never came out. I just wish that Mario Party game for the 3DS never came out so we could actually get those mini games into the newer Mario Party games. It sucks that it's locked, like all those old games got remastered on a portable system with worse graphics for the most part. And it's only a mini game collection, pretty much, with one board to play on, with one mode, so...
Yeah, at least they ditched that stupid car shit.
Alright, it looks like I filled up the map all the way.
Have you seen gameplay of Super Mario Party?
Now let's make it LSD.
Wait, what?
Now I'm gonna make it. Now I'm gonna make an LSD. Now I'm gonna make this map completely filled with LSD. I'm gonna put in all these different lights.
Oh. But Brandon, what'd you say? Oh, I guess.
I said yeah. I've already seen. It already looks way better than 10 would ever wish it could be.
Yeah. Some of the
weird dice block mechanic though, I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about it.
What mechanic? The character blocks?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
I think it's pretty cool. Because I think that every single block has its own...
Some of the characters' blocks are just not good.
I kind of disagree. Because think about it this way. Like, you know how Luigi's block, quote-unquote, sucks because it's like 4 ones and 2, like, large numbers? What if there's a space that is right in front of you that you want to get to? Then you can just use...
I guess that's a good point. But I don't know, dude. I don't know how I feel about it because it could just change the pace of the game. Like, at the very end, you're just like, oh, I'm losing. Time for character block.
Yeah. But another thing, though, is that we're not sure how the end of the games are going to work. Because, like, in every Mario Party game, it's different. Because in Mario Party 10, all that's there is a bunch of coins on the... Like, on Mario Party 8, I mean, like, all that happens is a bunch of coins go on the board. And then, like, the loser gets a candy. So... I hope the items are good. That's the only thing I hope. Because so far the items seem kind of lame.
So, Shnick.
Like, what?
Chat. Question.
How does my dog react to fireworks? He doesn't seem to react that much. Like, when all the fireworks were going off earlier, at most, he did kind of calmly come down the stairs and he sat with me for a little bit, but then he quickly left. I don't even know if the fireworks were really bothering him.
Did you watch him or not?
No, he wasn't shaking or anything.
No, did you watch the fireworks?
No.
Anyways, another thing about Super Mario Party is... What was I talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, the items. I think some of the items look kind of lame. Like, there's one where you have, like, a little telephone, and you ring up a different character, and you use a normal dice block, and then add it onto your dice block. They have their special dice block, which looked really weird. I wonder if there's gonna be, like, the double block or thrice block or whatever. At least I'm pretty sure there might be. Another thing is, people were saying, like, oh, the board looks really small, but in Super Mario Party, you roll 1 through 6 rather than 1 through 10. So, which is understandable why the boards are kind of small. I also find it weird that Toad got replaced by Goomba. Like, Toad and Toadette got replaced with Goomba and Spike. And Toad and Toadette are back to just being the referees slash, I don't know, caretakers of Mario Party. Mini games look probably the second best in the series. I think Mario Party 6 has the best mini games. Mario Party 8 is alright, I guess. But Mario Party, or the new Mario Party game looks really fun.
Always come back
I
and make
still
this
find
map
it
crazier
surprising
later.
that Adam has never played a Mario Party game.
He never has?
I never have either.
Nope. He's probably tried it once, but he's never actually, like, played through the game.
Neither have I yet.
Yeah, I own all the games from 1 through 8. See,
the thing is that I find really weird is that I bet you anything that Adam's probably not gonna like Mario Party. Because... He's probably gonna go on a long tirade about I remember when I played when I was playing Castlevania for one stream, he ranted for over an hour about how much he hated a laser tag place he went to for his birthday. And even though he denied it, and it was a bit of an exaggeration, more or less, his rant can be summed up like this. Me wanted to win. Me wanted to win. Oh. It was John.
We should make for another game Mario 2 101 party, like all of us in it.
Like. Hey Brandon.
Hey, what?
Is there any time, like any day of the week or next week, that I could maybe come over to visit, or you over to my house one of these days?
I mean, I'm available tomorrow, but I got an interview, so yeah.
What are you
I'm interviewing
for?
at 10 o'clock at Walmart.
Walmart? You're getting a job at Walmart?
Yeah, I applied for Target, but their positions are full, so
what's the
no.
Oh, and like you said, Best Buy can go fuck itself. Their stupid testing is retarded.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Do a backflip
so what's the countdown for Brandon and Snickland?
What?
Huh? I said, what's the countdown for Brandon and Snickland?
What does that mean?
Like when they visit each other.
Oh,
it's going to go to Stickland.
Yeah, I think it's sometime. I think it's sometime next month, around the end of it.
I find it sad that there's only like a month or so left of my summer vacation.
60-day countdown.
See, Jesse, I don't have a summer vacation because.
Yeah, you has to work.
Yeah, now if I get a job, I get extra money, and guess who will be upgrading his internet?
You.
Me?
Yep, I'm gonna be getting much better internet, dude.
You know what I wanted to do this entire summer? I wanted to get my PC finally fixed up. I wanted to stream, do stuff more, and that didn't really happen. I'm just on other people's stream going like, so.
Always the guest. Always.
What have I done this summer? I guess
Jesse,
I haven't really done much.
yeah, Jesse. Always the guest star, never the bride.
Cool. But yeah, I wanted to do that, and I did like 3 episodes of Mario 64 in like 2 months. So, like, I wish I can just marathon through, but I never have time of the day because my brother's always like me and my brother share a room. Like, we don't have our own rooms, so I can't just record all the time if he's awake and on his computer. So, and like I just want to get a monitor, and I want to get because how I have it is I have a huge TV in my room, and I have all my consoles and stuff hooked up to that, even my PC. So I have to use a wireless mouse and use that for my TV. And my TV is stupid. It takes so long to turn on. Like, I have to turn it on, and it'll say that it's on by a little green light, but it won't actually, the LEDs won't light up. So then I unplug it, plug it back in, and it lights up, and the picture pops in for a few seconds, and then all the LEDs go black, and then I have to unplug it, replug it, and turn it back on, and then maybe it'll finally show the picture.
Wow.
And then even still on my PC, it has a tiny bit of lag since it's, a big LED TV and not a monitor. So it's just stupid. And like, I don't have a microphone or a good enough microphone to record my voice. My PC doesn't even have Bluetooth, so I can't use my actual headset that I have. So what I have to do is I have to go on my phone with a voice recorder app, record my voice, and then I have to transfer all my files from a really bad USB that sometimes doesn't read from my phone to my PC. And then I go into Movie Maker, Movie Maker, and I drop my stuff in there because my PC is not powerful enough to handle Premiere or After Effects because I don't have my GPU, and I have a really strong CPU, like an i7, but I have like a really bad GPU. It's like a GTX like 8080 or something stupid. So yeah, I have to transfer all my files from my phone to there, and I also don't have Wi-Fi on. Well, I do have Wi-Fi on my PC, but it's stupid. Like, it doesn't work 90% of the time, so I don't really bother.
What the fuck?
Like, I can't net play. I can't even really watch YouTube videos for the most part. It's stupid. I asked my dad, I'm like, hey, can you fix up my PC? He's like, yeah, sure, just wait until tomorrow. That was like a month ago.
Oops.
So, and I asked him about it more, but nothing's happened.
There.
Thirst.
There's my fucking map. There's the goddamn Baby's Kisses map. And I guess a lot of people agree that freaking the Toy Story Let's Play was probably one of the best ones I did.
Best being Shrek on Xbox.
No, Brandon's Shrek on Xbox the best.
Yeah, Brandon's Shrek on Xbox thing is fucking amazing.
I still have to edit more episodes.
We did a Hotel Mario Let's Play, but my voice was really bad in like the first 3 episodes, so.
I put all of Brandon's episodes that he uploaded so far on the wiki.
Well, Jesse, I still have more episodes to upload, and if you do come over, guess what? You'll be playing with me.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesse, wait till you see the finale of Shrek on Xbox. It has a certain bonus video on it at the very end.
Right now, it's currently with the, in the Let's Play, it's only me and you. I don't know where the others are. It's
So
just-
Are you sure that your heart or your save thing on your Philips CDI hasn't broken?
Speaking of the bonus content at the very finale, you ever get that taste out of your mouth?
It took a day, and then
Extra
later
onions,
was
please.
Adam, I ate garlic, and it was like, it was like onion times 100.
Garlic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember something Shnick telling me that Brandon ate garlic, and I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, Brandon ate garlic, and I'm like, okay, and then we moved on from topic, and I'm just like, wait, are we not gonna talk about that?
Well, Brandon did. Well, Brandon didn't eat a garlic. Brandon ate an onion.
Oh, he ate an onion. Never mind then.
Yeah, I ate garlic with just Adam and Nicole.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Adam wasn't there.
Well, with the onion, yeah, he wasn't there. But when I ate garlic by itself, he was in the
Guys,
call
who
with me.
are you?
Hi, we're going over to another town. We're like on the outskirts of Tilt Tower.
The
Brandon, my
ogre
fingies
tries
are
to
off
catch
because I
the
was playing
damn
Smash Bros.
fairies.
Brawl. And I discovered on the interwebs that you can slide across the ground really far, but the way you do it is stupid. You have to hold right, press down on the C-stick, and like 2 frames after you do that, you hold up on the left stick, and then press A and Z together. So that's right down on the right stick, up, A plus Z together, in like literally a quarter of a second. And yeah.
Now I really need to get TimeSplitters Future Perfect on Xbox so I can use the Math Maker there.
Yeah, and doing that motion with the sticks kind of made my thumbs raw.
Just make your own map, and then you can code it.
Excuse. No, it'd be funny. What if they had the choicest voice on the new Super Mario Party, so Vinny does his stupid voices again?
Uh-oh,
I
we're
doubt
about to
it.
lose. Wah, wah, I will lose. So, later on, maybe I should fucking change the title to Baby's Deaf. Alright, let's go to Arcade. Arcade League. Amateur League. Amateur League. Deathmatch.
I told me and Mario and Shnick were in the call after the podcast, and I was talking to him about Melee and about Smash Ultimate, and he said something like he doesn't want wave dashing in Smash Ultimate because he doesn't want it to be that technical. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because it's like a mix between Smash 4 and Melee, like the games I'm best at, so... Crash Bandicoot, Crossplay, Insane Trilogy.
Future
Play
Perfect's another good game. Yeah, the thing with TimeSplitters Future Perfect is that it's... I mean, the thing is, TimeSplitters 1 didn't really have a story. 2 has a story, but it's not really the centerpiece. But then Future Perfect's story is the center of it. Not to mention the humor in it's good.
Poor Rare. I wish Rare didn't go down.
Well, Rare didn't develop this. A lot of former Rare employees developed it. Though they did go down too. You know, there's this game, Homefront the Revolution, that DSP for a clickbait video called the worst game he ever played. Number one, the game's not that bad, especially after patches. Number two, the game, one of the game's redeeming qualities that even people who hate the game admit it's pretty cool, is that if you walk up to an arcade cabinet, you could actually play the first 2 levels of this game. Like, I didn't even know that was in there, but it is. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get a drink. Pokesource, what do I hear? Oh, who's the kid? Oh, you mean who's the kid? It's one of Brandon's family members, I think, that's just over at his house.
Well, hopefully it's
Family friend.
Family friend, okay.
Dang it, I lost my entire train of thought. I thought I was gonna have stuff to do. I thought I was gonna make a July 4th photo, but I could not do that because of my stupid programs, so... Also, apparently Nintendo is going to be at the Tokyo Game Show at TGS. And they haven't been at TGS since like a decade. Like way back when the Wii era. So many people are many people are like, why is Nintendo doing this? But I'm pretty sure we all know why. It's just so they can reveal a new Smash character. And like they're probably just they're probably just gonna be going to different locations announcing new stuff. So
well, anyways, for anyone still in the chat, here's a fun fact. In the DSP YTP, so there's the emote of DSP's face. I'll admit, the freaking Take That Hitler scene was actually done by Brandon.
With After Effects.
Yeah, he did with... Oh, you did with After Effects?
Yep.
I just did it in Premiere itself. Like the ones I did. Because I did the Shrek and Psycho Dad ones. And the thing is, because of how much the camera shakes into the Psycho Dad one, like, that one was probably the most difficult to do.
Does Premiere have a tracing thing? Because in After Effects, you could just set, like, a trace marker on top
that's
of
exactly
the guy's face.
Well, that's exactly what I did. Like, I traced it, and every couple of seconds, I would have to realign it so that the face would stay on top of the Psycho Kid. Because the thing is, the thing with the Adobe products is that a lot of them have a lot of the same functions. Like, I noticed that the way you set things up in Premiere is a lot, because I actually did take a class on After Effects when I was at school, and when I was taught how to, like, make objects move on screen, and then when I later started using Premiere, I was like, oh, it's so similar.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you could have bypassed that by doing the larger second box. Because you have, like, the inside box, which is, like, the trace thing. And then you have the cross, which is, like, what it focuses on. So if you did a larger outside box, it might have been better. But it also might have taken, like, a lot of rendering time, so...
Wow. Meanwhile, to respond to Mario in chat, well, guess what? Maybe it's time for, in the quotes of freaking Stu from Scream, maybe it's time I gotta plan the sequel, because let's face it, these days, you gotta have a sequel!
Shrek 2.
No, YTP, DSP tries to conquer the universe.
Oh.
I need to put it...
Next one. DSP tries to conquer the dimension.
Freaking... I'm probably gonna take freaking video clips of a lot of DSP's recent shit, like when he yelled at a kid, saying, "Oh, if I saw that kid in real life, I would have smacked him." Snort.
I think I might have told people recently, or I think I might have told you, Shnick. I know I told Brandon, but I had a friend whose Switch battery got destroyed, and he had to do a full refund on all of his Switch stuff. So.
Well, yeah, you told that story.
Yeah, $516 is weird. Was that on the last podcast? Yeah, I think that was on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have bozo brain.
I'm thinking, because I just need to think of ways I could have different characters fight back against Phil.
Which characters? Caricatures?
Because let's see, then there's also Phil bullying freaking a guy whose brother died, as well as someone who actually had depression. Whereas DSP, that's his latest stunt. He's pretending he has depression in order to gain sympathy. Because obviously, he doesn't really exhibit any of the symptoms. Like, one of the key symptoms of depression is that you constantly hate yourself. And
like
Phil,
right now.
And freaking Philly boy doesn't freaking hate himself. He has a 10-year legacy, dude.
Well, Snake, I have 145 musics backed up for my spin-off.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many of these are gonna actually be in the cut, but
yeah,
145 different musics.
My doctor upped my medicine.
See, there you go. Someone who actually needs to take medication.
Really, I don't think that. No.
Oh fuck!
No
it looks
way.
like OBS.
There's a lot of reviewers saying that Mario Tennis 3 was really shallow and barren, and that it was a huge disappointment. They said the story mode was bad, and that it was, quote-unquote, only 6 hours long.
You know, there's actually a bit of a debate. A lot of people have begun to some people have begun to argue that games nowadays feel like they're too long. Like,
I played the entire campaign of Mario Tennis. I loved every bit of it. My only complaint, too damn short.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of a thing. Like, would you rather have a game long but gets boring after a while, or a game that's short but fun for every minute?
Yeah, and then you have Breath of the Wild, which is like 1,000 hours. So.
Got the minigun. Ho ho ho, bitch. There we go. Oh, Mario in chat would rather have a game that's about 7 to 10 hours. But then again, it seems EA and Microsoft are the only companies that push for games as a service.
Well, see, Luigi's Mansion is only about 7 hours long, and if you know the game, then it's only like 5 hours long. But I love that game just because of the huge amount of polish and everything in the game. Like, I could just replay it over and over again.
I don't mind long games, as long as it keeps me interested.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I tell you this much. I have kind of gotten fatigued with open world games.
A lot of people, like, I think a few years ago, like in 2016, people were saying that open world games were too oversaturated.
They kind of still are. In fact, that's one thing I'll give credit to indie developers. They're bringing back. That's one thing I give credit to indie developers. They're kind of bringing back smaller scale games.
I mean, like games like Breath of the Wild or open world.
Oh, Breath of the Wild's open world, all right.
Well,
people like that game.
Tried to say it was a whole different genre, saying that it was open air. Because
I thought people liked Breath of the Wild because it was open world. First the game in a long time.
I mean, just because there's so many open world games doesn't mean they're bad. It's just that it feels like there's way too many of them. And like, open world games are meant to be a huge time sink.
I think it's just because a huge clump of them came all at once. Like, Zelda came out, then Horizon Zero Dawn, then afterwards there was other ones, but I forget their names. But yeah, they all like kind of came in a big clump. And the year before that, there was also a few. So, like, once you're playing those huge ones, and then, like, Zelda comes out, and then you're playing that, and then Horizon Zero Dawn is like, okay, can we stop, please? So, but right now, I think since Horizon Zero Dawn, there hasn't really been many open world games. The closest thing is God of War, but that's not really open world.
I mean, Far Cry 5's open world.
Oh yeah, and Far Cry 5, I guess. I forgot that Far Cry 5 existed.
Yeah, I mean...
Blocked out your memory. I forgot all about that game.
I mean, Far Cry 5's not a bad game, but I don't know.
It's not a bad game.
It's not a bad game. It's just that I got the season pass, and I kind of had more fun with Far Cry 3, only because the story in 3 was more engaging.
Yeah. Well, I think the next game that's big in open world is Rage 2.
Rage 2? Yeah, that would be. But now I'm trying to think. I mean, one good thing Far Cry 5 really did was the arcade editor. Like, you can literally make your own single-player campaign levels using a whole shitload of assets from other Ubisoft games.
I wish more companies would do that. Like, I would love a Pikmin world editor, or like a Mario Kart track editor. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't done a Mario Kart track editor or something of the sort.
I mean, that's Sony kind of did that with Mod Nation Racers and Little Big Planet Karting.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised that because Nintendo did Mario Maker, which was basically their answer to ROM hacks and stuff like that, which of course got really big despite it being on the Wii U. Like, it still did really well with YouTube and everything else, and it still sold a bunch. But
so, like, got rid of their Miiverse.
I'm pretty sure Mario sold very decently without it, but it's just kind of sad. And what else? I'm just surprised they haven't done Mario Kart because, like, custom tracks for Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8 have been, like, super huge. Like, in the Nintendo community, if you talk about Mario Kart Wii, they're either gonna bring up how bullshit the game was, how nostalgic it is for them, or custom tracks. And I'm pretty sure mods and custom tracks are, like, the only thing why people still play Mario Kart Wii at this point.
Alright, I was just checking on the stream, but real quick, I wanted to bring up Mario in chat, who, he says he prefers movies at like 90 minutes, but with the exception of Terminator 2 and Aliens, which were like 2.5 hours, but they never dragged on. I swear to fucking God, one of the many problems sorry to bring up Molly's Game for the freaking millionth time, but one thing that made that movie such a chore to sit through was that it was 2.5 hours long. And the thing is, they don't really fucking move. The story does not move. And like I said, any tension you could have felt for the situation is ruined when the movie fucking opened up with her getting fucking arrested.
Wow. You know what I find weird? That I've never really had that problem. But like, I've seen all of the Lord of the Rings movies, all of the Harry Potter movies, and they never really feel long to me. Like, they always feel
It's
really
all
nice
about
and
making the
paced.
movie engaging. That's the thing. If a movie's engaging, it doesn't matter how long it is. If anything, if it's engaging, you never want it to end.
Yeah. Like, people said the first Hobbit movie was really long and it was really boring, but I honestly love the pacing in that movie. Like, I think the first Hobbit is better than the first Lord of the Rings. But the other Lord of the Rings are better than the rest of the Hobbit movies. I like Desolation of Smaug, but I'm not sure where it is in Desolation of
Hmm.
Smaug. But
Adam
overall,
loves his Lord of the Rings game.
No.
Yeah, he
I
freaking
beat
hates the
Lego,
Two Towers for some reason.
I beat Lego Lord of the Rings in one day, and I 100%ed it the next day on the 3DS.
Oh, on 3DS. Well, that's not the big boy version, so to speak.
Yeah, the 3DS versions they feel so slimmed down compared to the console releases.
Same goes for
Like
Vita.
when you play Lego Harry Potter on 3DS, and then you go to the Xbox 360 version of Lego Harry Potter, you're just like, whoa, quality. It's ridiculous. It's like going from Spyro New Beginning.
Oh, Marco just came back. Yeah, Mario Tube 101 hated the Lord of the Rings, the Two Towers on PS2.
The game?
Yeah, he hated the game, but even though a lot of people really like it, and then I find out he was playing on normal difficulty, but he could have downgraded to easy. I'm like, just downgrade to easy. I'm not gonna downgrade to easy. If a game's too hard, just downgrade the difficulty.
I wish games would have Resident Evil 4's difficulty mechanic where it fluctuates. Because I'm pretty sure that game would probably work. Like, I don't think the Two Towers would have been that hard. Like, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like more of like a level-based like fighting game, but you go from like area to area, and it's kind of like a shmup a bit. Like, if that had fluctuating difficulty, then I think that would be good for him, like Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, that probably would be, actually.
Also, you know what I found out?
What?
I did it for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I did a race, like a time trial on 200cc for Wario's Gold Mine, and that was like 4 months ago at this point, like 4 to 6 months. And I'm just like, I wonder how well it is on the rankings now. I'm probably like way down in like the 5,000s. I am like 4 seconds away from world record. Still, like I'm still like that close to world record, just 4 seconds away. I find that ridiculous. Yeah, like if I actually tried to get the world record in Wario's Gold Mine, then I probably could, which I find really strange. Hey, what? Oh yeah, glad Jonas uploaded.
Speaking of aliens, the freaking pulse rifle kind of looks like the one from Aliens here. Okay.
Brandon, you know what I noticed? What I found weird? Like, in all the trailers of Breath of the Wild, it's a lot more blue and purple, and like it's all super colorful and like really bright. But then you get to the real game and it's really beige. Like it has like this weird, not like beige, kind of white, creamy thing to it, rather than super colorful. It can still be super colorful, but it's not like super neon and bright like in the trailers and like the gameplay and stuff from the beta. Also, apparently they are working on the next huge Zelda game already, so... Welcome to this world. Why hasn't Nintendo brought back Toadsworth? Whatever happened to Toadsworth?
I thought Toadsworth was in the Mario games.
Toadsworth is in Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and I don't think he's in Dream Team.
It's been a while since I played Dream Team, so I'm not sure. Oh, I know what fucking happened. Toadsworth, when he died in shitty RPG, he never came back.
Womp womp.
Or that, or freaking Miyamoto became the creator.
Yeah, like, it's weird. It's like now Mario is just with a toad. Like in Mario Tennis Aces, he's just with a random toad. That kind of gives dialogue for Mario. Brandon, you know what I found really weird about Mario Tennis Aces' story? Is that freaking when you meet Spike, Spike just starts talking like normal. It's like, wait, excuse? This
what
thing
does?
can talk. Spike.
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude, that was weird.
Yeah, you go into the store, like you go inside of the forest, and he's just like, hey Mario, I'm making a tennis racket out of wood. And you're just like, wait, what? This thing can talk? And Toad's like, hey Spike, how's it going? It's like, wait, what's going on? It's weird.
How far have you
Spike
seen
is just
into
like a
the
normal.
campaign?
Yeah, it's so weird. Spike is just a Mario 3 enemy, and he's just being treated like a normal character. Like, even if Birdo was doing that, I'd be surprised with Birdo, but Spike, it's like so weird.
Might return to TimeSplitters 2 in a moment, unless someone wants me to play another Xbox game. But for the time being, I'm going to pull out Pac-Man World 2 briefly, just to showcase the subtle difference.
Pac-Man World Tour. Brandon, I saw this hack for Mario Kart DS where they changed the blue shell to an R-Wing from Star Fox.
Oh.
It's really funny because when it crashes, you just hear Fox, and then it explodes.
You know there was an R-Wing in Zelda 64?
Yeah, they use it to code the Z targeting.
It's funny watching it. If you shoot it and it flies down and explodes.
Pac-Man World Destruction Tour.
You know what I always found weird? In the Smash map Corneria, when you're on top of like the Star Fox ship, the Great Fox, and you go down to where like the landing bridge is, it's super tiny. Like even Fox and Falco are like 20 times bigger than it would be. And then you watch like the opening cutscene to Star Fox 64, and they're running down that hallway, and they're like really tiny. Like it's just completely different dimension and sizes. Same for the Earthbound maps. It's like Nessa's head is too big to fit through these doors.
Yep.
Some reason the game looks a bit higher res on Xbox, which doesn't surprise me, but...
Pac-Man, the original Ghostbuster.
Feels mystifying to play this on a platform other than PS2. And like I said, this is going to be for one level only, since I just finished Pac-Man World 2 on the PS2.
So this game's better on this version?
Well, it looks nicer. And then here's the rev roll sound effect, by the way.
Did you know somebody was making a ROM hack of Super Mario 64 DS? Where it's literally Super Mario Sunshine on the DS, but he gave up.
Wah, wah.
He had the entire flood coded. He had all the levels imported, but he gave up, which sucks.
So did you ever play Brandon's ROM hack of Mario 64?
No, but I saw the videos of it where he would long jump and he goes, "Baby's kisses."
And then freaking you hear Adelaide Man every time you double jump.
And did you hear my catchphrase?
No.
Head on.
I don't remember
Head
it.
on.
It was like one of the first things he ever showed me. So.
Head on. Head on. Head on.
It almost sounded like hard on for second. Poor Mario.
The Ogre is gonna catch those damn fairies.
He is.
So, Brandon, can I ask you a quick question? Does Maximo control as badly as the goddamn Ogre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got fucking Maximo on the PS2.
I've been having weird dreams about being back in school. And each time it's a different version of Thornton not Thornton, a different version of Mountain Range that's mixed in with my other schools. Like, there's just stairways and hallways of Mountain Range and even the cafeteria, but there's other sections that are straight up just like from my elementary schools, which is weird. Like, you'd walk outside and then there'd be like my park from elementary school, which makes no sense.
Alright,
and I've
so
been having recurring
quick question. Am I going back to TimeSplitters or am I playing something else?
You're editing CRPG.
Nah.
Yes.
You're playing Crash HD.
Your race mode Shrek.
Playing Crash, Mash, you mash crashes.
City RPG or Shrek race mode?
Oh my god, I just had an idea. What if there was a race mode in the next...
Oh, but Mario wants me to go back to TimeSplitters.
Oh.
I want you to edit so I can put I want you to edit the game so we can all beta test it.
I might go super late though. Maybe just a little bit more TimeSplitters to prepare, or Crash. You know what? Let's first find out what a bad platformer looks like.
I want to see you do future tense.
Oh no.
But I'm on Crash.
Is Future
2.
Tense a new level created for
But
Crash?
I'm still on
3,
Crash 2, Brandon. I can't.
Wait, is the level Future Tense like a entirely new level, or is it
from scratch?
Oh, okay. I thought it was like for some reason I thought it was a bunch of like beta levels stitched together.
It has the waterfall. It has one element from the waterfall level that was scrapped in Crash 1.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why I thought that.
Some of the things they do in the level are a bit dickish, and I didn't 100% it all the way through. It took me like the first run through, I didn't even get anything, and then the second run through, I got all the gems. And then I got the time trial relic, but I'm not even bothering to getting platinum on it.
Did you know Vinny played the Crash Insane trilogy on Switch for about an hour?
Goddamn you fucking Blitz! What the fuck?
Vinny was inside the first bonus level of Crash 2, and with like the ostriches and all that, and you know how there's the part where it's behind the ostrich where you have to slide and do the slide jump over him to get to the 2 boxes? He didn't know how to get up there, and the entire chat is like, you have to slide jump, and he's like, what's a slide jump? This is my first time playing, I'm
That's
confused.
fucking Dark Side Phil level goddamn shit.
But yeah, and then
Oh my
people were
god! Oh my
trying
god!
to
Where's the
tell him
witch?
to
Where's the
press-
witch? Where's the bench?
they
Where's
were
the
telling
bench?
him to
Where's the
press
bench?
PlayStation
Where is it?
buttons
Where
when
is
he
it?
presses
Where is it?
version.
Where is it?
Oh. But yeah, that's kind of funny. Dun, 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 dun. That's from Shadow of the Colossus, I just realized.
Where the fuck is the fucking mother?
The Schnicks are coming to kill you in Splatoon.
Yeah, goddamn schnick's a goddamn... Where did the witch go? These witches are goddamn bitches!
Did you lose it?
Oh.
Did you
What did you
lose?
say, Brent?
Oh my... Mother!
I think he's about to lose.
But your
Oh, out of
Elgato's
fart
has-
juice, huh?
Your Elgato has no signal.
Get one goddamn coin. What the fuck?
Have you seen what Ridley, like, have you seen, Brandon, what Kirby looks like when he sucks up Ridley?
No.
It's straight up just half of Ridley's
Oh,
head.
come the hell on! Why the fuck is there
okay.
no signal?
So what it is it's like the top half of Ridley's head just crunched down inside of Kirby's skull. Like it looks like it just bit down in top of Kirby's head. The Inkling one is just Kirby has Inkling hair.
What the fuck?
Also, Brandon, shouldn't the Octolings and the Inklings both be called Inklings as the race? And the Inklings should be called Squidlings and the Octolings should be called Octolings since they both use ink.
Wow.
There we go. There we go, bitch. Now you get to witness this goddamn fucking gold.
Speaking of which, Jesse, the Splatfest that's coming up at the end of this month, if depending on which side
God,
you
he's
pick,
actually
if you pick the Octoling,
He's
you
actually
are
doing
forced
it.
to play the Octoling.
Huh.
He's doing it.
I wonder what it'll be for July. It'd probably be independent versus dependent.
Oh my fucking god!
Small.
I don't see Brandon's shit-eating grin. Mother!
Wait, what? What? I just got an ad on YouTube that says anime-inspired RPG, and it has a picture of an anime girl laughing at pizza. Excuse? Why is this on YouTube?
Why isn't it on YouTube?
Why? It looks like a mobile game.
Oh my god, are you in the Merlin fight?
Yep. My obligatory try. And where's the barrel? Where the fuck does the barrel fucking disappear to? You motherfucker!
Dollar for Snorlax. Dollar for Snorlax.
Fucking, come on, fire guy. Let's go.
This makes me feel better now. I was depressed.
Come on, Shnick, you can kick Merlin's ass.
Brandon did it.
After
Just
like 2
barely.
hours of crying himself to sleep.
A Super Mario World.
Alright, go, 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 go! No, you go, mother!
You got to go fast. A Super Mario World.
You seen that show?
Shnick's gonna bite your ass.
Yeah, Shnick's gonna bite your goddamn ass off your goddamn fucking butthole.
I used to watch that show. I used to watch that show back in the 90s.
I used to watch it too.
Probably not in
I
the
only
90s.
watched
I have it
the
on
Super
DVD.
Show when it came out on Netflix.
Mother!
I wasn't sure if I
Twitch your fucking hell off and shut down your fucking neck!
The Koopa Kids always had different names.
No, I meant
God damn it!
from the. They had different names from the game.
What?
You mother. Alright, there.
Like in the game, the girl's called Wendy, and the cartoon she's called Cutie Pie. It's Roy in the game, and it's Wendy in the show. They have different names on the show than they do in the games.
Are you sure they aren't like nicknames? Cause
No, they're different names entirely.
I thought they were like nicknames.
Let's see. See, Larry. I forget what Larry is. Let's see. Let's see. Lemming and Lemming and Iggy are hip and hop in the show.
Yeah, bitch, yes, early door, yeah, Shrek, let's go.
The game crashes.
Come on,
Shrek. That's all the time I have for it. I've got to get back to Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
Alright, fire guy, beat up the fire guy.
I was saying, what's my 3DS that I was saying 3DS like plug. I need to buy a modded 3DS.
Oh my god, the camera!
Brandon, have you seen that?
The
thing
on Twitter, yeah.
I'm gonna twist those fucking legs off your fucking shit!
Oh my god.
I saw a comment saying like this meme will never die unless there's a new Animal Crossing.
Who cares? This is funny.
It reminds me of when
I have a hold a barrel that has arms and legs. I just broke his fucking leg. Now he can't fucking run anywhere. Oh wait, broken bones heal. There, I fucking snapped his leg off. How pathetic. Didn't even take that much effort.
Shnick, did you bite him with? Did you break him with your big meaty claws?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did.
I don't remember the Zelda one very much. I just remember the Mario.
I'm pretty sure the Zelda one only had 2 episodes.
No, Zelda
Sorry,
had like
Brandon.
13.
I need TimeSplitters.
Oh. Well, I guess I only saw 2 episodes then.
Excuse me, princess. I've seen the Zelda reruns more than I did see the Mario. I mean, I saw them. I didn't really. Maybe rephrase this. I didn't really watch the original Mario Brothers Super Show thing that much. I've seen glimpses here and there, but I was more Mario 3 and Mario World.
Yeah.
Brandon, Mario, and Chad just wanted to say he loved your reactions to Shrek.
Shrek is not a good game.
As you can fucking see, like, I swear to God, Brandon, I do not fucking know how you did race mode.
Luck. Like I said before, it's luck.
Yep.
He just practiced on story mode until he got it down, and then tried it.
Except Merlin race mode's impossible.
Nearly impossible.
Yep.
Maybe if you eat an onion, you'll do it.
Hell fucking no. All I'm gonna do is make myself sick and probably die.
But once you're an angel and ghost, you can beat race mode.
Nah.
Yeah, what if Shnick, what if you're like, Shnick, you gotta eat a whole onion, and then he just gets a freaking McDouble, and he takes one single cube of onion and he eats that.
I couldn't... I swear, I don't even know how people did the onion eating contest at Shrek Fest.
I saw a crane game that was literally a crane game for onions. A rigged crane game for raw onions.
What can I say? The onions need layers. You need to have layers to get the onions.
Just imagine that. Imagine you're like, oh, so first you have to really like onions to even play that crane game because it still costs money. So you put your dollar bill in, you go to use the crane, and then it grabs an onion, and all it does is grab a single layer of onion because the rest of the layer, like it just pulls the top layer off.
I'm pretty sure it was a Saturday. After school, I was watching Disney Afternoon.
Fucker!
It's happy July 5th, everyone.
It was July 5th ever since I started this. Fucking goddamn it!
Glorious. I won't give in.
At least this game doesn't piss me off.
Till I'm victorious.
I just got a notification on the phone, I'm sorry.
For what?
For bullshit.
They do that? They have notifications for that now?
No, it's for something, but I don't need to say what it is.
Personal, not.
It's just one of my various apps. Amazon, PayPal.
Oh, your game come in?
No. Fucker. What the fuck? 50 seconds? Where's the last one? Fucking goddamn it.
Good phone. Thank phone.
You remember when Koopa had his own show segment that showed reruns?
Koopa.
No.
You know that's actually lost media. They actually got a guy to put on a freaking costume that made him look like Bowser from the Mario cartoon. And a lot
of the intro. It looked really cringy.
Yeah, a lot of it is lost. So.
Hey, look. It's the princess.
Oh, wait a fucking minute. I can aim up. That's right.
Although the live action part was funnier than the actual show of the original Mario Brothers, I thought.
Yeah,
the original Mario Brothers show was so repetitive. It was the same thing all over again. Like, oh, we go to a new world. Koopa's like a biker. Koopa's this. Koopa's that. All of a sudden, then he escapes through Mario 2 Brothers logic.
Yeah, and a lot of them were just references to movies. For some reason, it reminds me a lot of Mario Party 2, when they dress up as costumes for each board. And then you get to see a cinematic on who won. Like if you play the pirate board, then you get to see a cinematic of the character you used fighting Bowser, like a sword fight.
Apparently Arnold was originally gonna play Bowser in the fucking shitty movie.
You know what they say. All toasters toast.
I wonder if they ever did do a sequel to the Mario Brothers movie, if it would be like if the Koopas, if you would have the Koopas within that one.
They are doing a new Mario Brothers movie with Illumination Studios. The people who
Yeah,
made Minions and.
yeah, Illumination's not very. At least by animation enthusiasts, a lot of people don't like Illumination all that much.
They're very generic.
They are.
Very bland. And if you want to know why most people don't like their stuff, just watch a guy named I Hate Everything rant about them.
Yeah, like, he showcases how in the movie Sing, they freaking use a background character no less than freaking 100 times in the same movie. Like, they don't even change him up.
He's a different person each time. It's like, he's like a normal kid, and then he's like a rock star, and then he's freaking in prison. It's like just the same character model. It's just visually bland. He also explained why making them animals makes no sense. Like, you could, like, the story could have humans and it could still get its point across. Like, the characters could be replaced by goop men who are really gross and slimy and gray, and it would still have the same impact.
I mean,
have you seen 1,000 Ways to Die?
You know, real fast before you talk about 1,000 Ways, because I could talk about that too, but if Marco were still in the chat, I mean, Marco really likes Zootopia, and doesn't I Hate Everything bring up how Zootopia had a reason to do what have everyone as animal people?
So is anybody gonna go see the Mr. Rogers documentary?
I might. But anyways, the reason why Zootopia was animals was because the whole gimmick of the movie was
that was the gimmick of the movie, exactly.
The whole, like, thought around the movie was predators versus docile creatures. Like foxes, hounds, and, like...
You know some of the animals in that movie are different in different regions of the world?
Which is kind of cool. Attention to detail.
Compared for the larger creatures. And everybody's, like, different sizes. So there are, like, different sections and different, like, roadways even, and different,
You know how here in America we had, like, I think it was a deer as a news reporter? Or some shit like that. But, in Japan, one of the news reporters was legitimately a panda bear.
He says, he says to the weather.
Meanwhile, now that we discussed that, what were you gonna say about 1,000 Ways, Brandon?
I was rewatching fucking 1,000 Ways, and some of the fucking deaths are just absolutely fucking crazy.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, a lot of them are based on real deaths, actually.
Yeah, I know about that, and they describe the gruesome way that the person died.
And yeah, the thing is...
I watched a show that was kind of like, I'm not sure if it was like 1,000 Ways to Die, or if it was like a show that was kind of similar. But I watched one where it was explaining how these people got their arms ripped off in a tug-of-war. Like, there were a bunch of, like, a huge group versus another huge group, and, like, the people in the middle got their arms ripped off.
Well, actually, if you wanted to see a list of deaths that would be 1,000 Ways to Die material, all you have to do is go on Wikipedia and a page called List of Unusual Deaths.
I think the worst death that I ever saw on that show was some lady grabbing a frozen pizza that was, like, frozen in the fridge, and the fridge fell on her. That was, like, the most boring death in the entire show. And I think there was one, I'm not sure if it was 1,000 Ways to Die or not, or if it was a different show, but there was one where this guy, like, won the lottery or something, like, in his office, and he had, like, a heart attack, and he kind of stiffened up, and he had, like, the bone still here, and he just had a heart attack right there and then, and he died in that position, and, like, the rigor mortis and all that stiffened him up to be in that position. So everyone just assumed that he was still there because nobody really like paid attention to him. So he was in that office like that for a week, and nobody even realized that he was dead. They're like, "Oh, where's that smell coming from?"
Actually, Thousand Ways actually kind of had a bit of a unique death. Kind of like that. Like it involves a guy kind of dying in the wrong position in a sense. So the death focuses on two people. An old man who's getting in his car to drive somewhere, and I think a convenience store robber. I think he robbed just a convenience store. And the convenience store robber robs the store. He runs out into the street to make his escape. The old man is in the car driving by. However, the old man just dies right there of a heart attack or old age or something. But the car is still in motion. So the car keeps driving down until the robber is trying to cross the street, but then the car doesn't stop because the driver's dead and it hits the robber.
Wow.
That's hilarious. One of them I saw the other day. It was this guy had just bought himself a new car, even though it was a junker piece of shit. It still got him from point A to point. He was all impressed about it, and then his douchebag cousin rolls up in his car from mommy and daddy, and he put start on it from the key, like remote start, and he remote starts it while standing in front of it, and he was showing the inside of it earlier, and he accidentally nudged the shift stick into drive, and he starts the car, and the car just rolls him right then and there.
Jesus. Actually, there's one pretty gruesome death where this guy, you know those slip and slide things? Yeah, you know the slip and slide, right?
Slip and slide, yeah.
Yeah, this guy ends up building a pool. And then he's like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the slip and slide dive straight into the pool. And his girlfriend or wife, probably girlfriend's like, that sounds kind of like a dangerous thing to do. So he sets up the slip and slide, and he starts sliding on it. Except as he goes onto the pavement, blood starts appearing on the slide as he slides in, and then he freaking lands in the pool with like his freaking intestines hanging out, and he's dead. As it turns out, there was a nail sticking out in the pavement, or like the wood, or wherever the pool was. So, when he freaking slid on the slip and slide, the freaking nail stabbed into him and latched onto one of his intestines or something, and it like freaking... Yeah, it was pretty nasty, but...
One of them that I saw, Shnick, that was pretty disgusting was, I don't know how the hell this even happens, but this old man was in a jacuzzi tub, and somehow... he sat down on one of the things that sucks in the water to make bubbles.
Oh, I think I know that one. That's the one that was the angry actor.
Yep, he sits on the thing, and it literally sucks the guts out of his asshole.
A very similar death was featured in Final Destination 4.
Really?
Yeah, there was a very similar death. And the funny thing is, I remember that one only because of the way he yells. I remember that death only because of the way he yells over the phone. He's like, I want you to give me a blowjob in 10 minutes! That's the way he yells it.
Okay, so another one that I saw, which was pretty fucking shocking as to how this young man died. He was sitting in his stupid fucking gaming chair doing like a marathon game,
Oh, I
He
know
was
this
trying
one.
to be #1 player in the world, and this tournament depended on if he won or lost. And so he sat there for 36 straight hours. And surprise, surprise, after he stood up because he lost, you know what fucking happened?
Freaking a bunch of blood clots that formed in his legs burst, and he freaking died right there because there was no blood circulation.
Yeah, blood clots formed and he immediately died upon standing up because they broke free and went to his heart.
Uh-huh. And, you know, it's funny, the one death that was meant to be the series finale was more or less a reflection on the whole series as a whole, where you see all these people being brought into the hospital with these various objects stuck in their bodies, and then it's like, do you see all these people coming in the hospital with, after having done such stupid things? Whatever happened to just dying like this? And then you see like this old man with his family surrounding him on his deathbed as he dies of old age. See, isn't this such a peaceful death? But then look at all this stupid stuff that happens with these people. The ultimate moral of our story: don't do stupid shit.
Do you want to know a stupid
That was
thing?
the season finale?
It was meant to be the series finale.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You want to know?
But then they
something
came back for
stupid,
more.
though?
Yeah.
So, something stupid that's kind of similar to the man getting his stuff yanked out of his ass from a freaking pool. There was this one guy, and I think it's on like that weird show that I keep seeing on that's not 1,000 Ways to Die, but like, I don't know, pretending to be it. And basically the guy was in a pool, right, all by himself, and it was like in an apartment pool. Like, it was surrounded by apartments, and it was just like in the middle of the apartment complex, and it was late at night. And he's sitting there, and you realize one of the jet streams is sucking in. So since he's a horny bastard, he goes to try to, you know, do the nasty with the pool. But what ends up happening is he gets stuck. And he's sitting there in horrible pain for hours and waking up everyone in the apartment area, and everyone's laughing at him while he's like, "Help me, asshole!" And then they finally get the people to turn it off and get him out, and he had to be rushed to the hospital because he was sucked dry.
No capes.
Yeah.
No capes. Bonus points to know what reference that is.
Are you kidding me? This is the stupidest death I've ever heard.
What's the
That's
stupid?
what the death is. It's okay. It's called testing window strength. A Canadian.
Oh, I know this one. This was on 1,000 Ways.
Okay, listen. A Canadian lawyer named Gary Hoy so determined to prove his 24th floor-story windows were unbreakable that he slammed his body into the glass at top speed. Though he survived the first attempt, he tried it once again to reiterate his point, only for the window to give way, and he fell to his death.
Oh my god, Marco's right, no capes. But no, here's what happened in the 1,000 Ways death. So, there's this stubborn guy in the top of a skyscraper saying, "Oh, these windows are unbreakable." And he would freaking slam into the freaking window and show how unbreakable they were. Until one day, he freaking slams into it, and the window didn't break. It just popped out of the frame and took him with it.
Whoa. Yeah,
Yep,
and
I
what's
know about
funny is
that
the
one.
window didn't actually die. The window didn't break.
So what I saw the other day, you know what it was?
What?
So, fucking, I can't get in. God damn it, people. But anyways, this fucking bitch secretary was doing her, like, fucking ejecting people out from their houses, and then she goes after kicking one final guy out of the top. She fucking goes over to her window, and the window just fucking explodes and kills her immediately.
I'm trying to think. There was this one death that featured this bitchy wife that kept yelling at her husband, and it all accumulates when he's mowing the lawn, and the bitchy wife is like, oh, you're not mowing that lawn right here. Here's how you mow the lawn right. And she starts mowing it, except she mows it over a freaking power cord and gets electrocuted to death.
Wow. There's just one death where this zookeeper wanted to make sure his elephant was fine, so he fed the elephant laxatives, and he was waiting behind the elephant to, you know, make sure he was fine. But then he got shat on by 125 kilos of freaking shite, and he got buried alive and died.
Well, you just remind me of another death. There was this hippie woman that freaking was driving her truck, but then she ran over a raccoon. And she's like, no, all life is sacred, I can save you. She immediately starts performing CPR on it, and the interviewees even were like, oh, performing CPR on animals is possible, and it has worked. Except the raccoon was very obviously bloody roadkill.
Ew.
And frickin' she performs CPR on it until a frickin' giant-ass truck, which can't see her because she's on the ground, frickin' runs her over and decapitates her.
No.
So she becomes roadkill,
Wow,
too.
One I saw the other day that was pretty disgusting was this fucking dude was a taxidermy guy, and he would not only go out to kill the animal, he would then skin the animal and eat the meat. Well, he killed a squirrel, and he was going to eat the meat, and he made one fatal mistake. He didn't cook it fully, and as Ty said, it had rabies, and he died of rabies.
Even Ty knows about it.
Yeah, even he knows about 1,000 ways to die. I think that show is just over the damn top that everyone knows about it.
I mean, the funny thing is, I was watching that show at a pretty young age. Like, I was maybe 10, 11 years old when I first saw it. But now, here's a real death that wasn't on 1,000 Ways. So, there was this German or Austrian scientist, maybe a different European nationality. He was apparently very intelligent, but he had one fatal flaw. He was very, 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 very paranoid. And right as I say paranoid, I die, but I had a ridiculous score anyway. So, he was so paranoid that literally he would not eat any food unless it was prepared by his wife.
Wow.
Like, he himself could not cook, and he did not trust any food made by anyone other than his wife.
Not even himself?
Well, I guess he didn't know how to cook.
Womp womp.
So, surprise, surprise, his wife becomes ill in the hospital. Died from her illness. But that wasn't stopping him. He was not gonna take any chances whatsoever. So, rather than finally become open to other people's cooking or going out to a restaurant, he just simply chose to starve to death.
Wow. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Oh, now I feel all sweaty. Because it's still humid.
I can't imagine being that paranoid. It must suck.
I need to go see if the dehumidifier is filled with water.
Oh, Jesse, you know another ridiculous one that I saw?
The guy ate pie, then he went to die.
No. So, this guy was a massive germaphobe, and
He died from
I don't remember
illness.
what he was doing, but some guy came up to him, and then all of a sudden the guy was like clearly sick, and he sneezed on him. So the germaphobe runs back into his house, and you know what he fucking does?
What?
He puts an entire bath full of 90% isopropyl alcohol.
What?
And then he gets in it. You know how he dies?
Why?
All that isopropyl alcohol he put in there gets absorbed directly into his bloodstream, making him drunk as shit and killing him from alcohol poisoning.
Wow, that's so stupid. At least it wasn't something like bleach or something stupid like that. It's alright, one leg in at a time, turns to bone. Oh god, just imagine how much you would ache from that. From stuff being absorbed into your skin.
Jesus.
So when's your interview tomorrow, Brandon?
10 o'clock.
AM.
Hey.
So you gotta go to bed soon?
Yeah, I'll be going to bed here real soon.
Sleep. I was at the Denver Zoo and there was this girl looking at a bird and the bird was looking back at her. And then the bird starts like scrunging up and like moving his feather and she's like, whoa, look at that. And then the bird poops and she's like, ah, and she runs away.
Oh my god. You know,
the monkey cages they have?
I have a fucking middle school shnick story now, but I have to go upstairs and wash these sweaty hands so I don't ruin the controller.
Jesse, you know the monkey cages that they have?
Yeah.
One time, I saw this kid being annoying, and he was clearly annoying the shit out of the monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see one of the monkeys reach behind his back, and then he just throws shit at the window. And
wow.
it hits dead. It hits right where the kid's face was on the window.
That's hilarious.
And then another time I was at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, and they have gorillas there. And the fucking gorillas were getting it on.
Wow.
Directly in front of everyone.
I went to the Denver Zoo and we surprisingly saw a lot of animals. Like almost every animal was there. And it was clearly easy to see. I got a picture of a Komodo dragon hugging a rock. But
hugging a rock?
Yeah. And there was also gorillas there as well, and there was one that was asleep. And we took a photo of it, like she was right next to the window just asleep, snoring. And then the other gorilla was humongous. It was huge.
Oh, sorry. But Mario in chat's right. We have a shnick story. You ready? So, this was around middle school. I think 6th or 7th grade. So, this is something straight out of a comedy movie. You ready? Sorry for the big build-up, but here we go. So, when I was a kid, me and my sister would always get invited to play outside with my friend Blaze1776, who I'll just call Dominic, because that's his real name. So, thing is, fucking middle school shnick did not like playing outside all that much. Nowadays, I wish I appreciated it more, because now that doesn't happen no more. I mean, I still go see. I mean, he still invites me out on a couple of occasions, but usually he's super busy. In fact, now he's teaching sailing.
Oh.
So, and let's just say, if you asked me to play outside on a weekend, good fucking luck, because once I got bored, I would just want to go inside and play my games.
I wish, like, even now, I wish I would have played outside more. Like, during, like, it gets really hot outside and stuff like that, I'm like, man, I wish we had popsicles, man. That's how I am when it's really hot outside and I'm playing video games and I'm just like, I wanna go outside.
So, yeah, Mario in chat says he walks outside when it's not hot, but isn't it like hot 90% of the time in Arizona?
You get used to it, so degrees that are like 70 degrees don't feel that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I have to deal with both year round. I have to deal with hot.
For some reason, when I went to Colorado, it chilled me so much that 60 degrees and stuff feels like pretty toasty to me. When before, I could go out, when I used to be able to go outside at like 70, 80 degrees and not really feel that hot.
So have you guys heard of something called Skillshare?
Anyways, Shnick story.
Yeah, we have to move back to Shnick story. Sorry, no sidetracking for now. But when you were in LA, it was 68 degrees. I think I would believe that. California is a lot more balanced, I think. But anyways, so it was that time of the day on a Saturday. I was playing outside for like an hour. I'm like, this is too boring. I'm going back. Or I think Dominic and my sister did something to piss me off, and I was like, I'm not playing outside no more. And then they were like, both of them were like, come on, stay out for a little bit more. I was like, no, I'm not staying out. As I'm walking back in, come on, stay out. No, I'm not staying out. I'm like walking about 1/4 of the way through my backyard. Then Dominic says this. Are you ready?
What?
Nick, there's bird poop on your vest, because I was wearing a vest on top of a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, right, your excuses. I'm not staying outside. And then my sister's like, no, really, there's bird poop on your vest.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
And I was like, no. Because I think before that we were all joking with each other. I think we were joking about, like, seeing birds flying away, or, like, Dominic's little brother seeing a woodpecker on a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a couple more comments of disbelief, Dominic's like, no, really, there is bird poop on your shoulder. And I ended up reaching back to touch the shoulder they were describing, and I felt something a little bit wet and sticky.
Ew.
At that point, I fucking freaked out, and I ran inside. I was like, clean this up! Like, I was freaking...
That's nothing. I was reading a book in the backyard, and a bird pooped on the book.
Wow.
Yeah, but then I think when my sister eventually came in, I may or may not have gone back outside after I took the vest off. But, all I know is that either my sister or Dominic said, hey, at least you have good luck now. Because according to them, it's good luck to get shit on by a bird. Then again, then again, you are kind of lucky if it happens, since it happens so rarely.
Well, it's like surviving going into a tornado and then being alive. Are you unlucky that you got hit by a tornado, or are you lucky that you survived it?
Actually, that would be
more lucky that you survived it.
Then again, there is luck involved with that, because funny thing is, when a twister actually hits, like, it all depends on whether or not it actually passes in your area. Because if it doesn't actually go in your area, then the damage is not as bad.
Yeah. Like, I guess you could say that simultaneously the unluckiest man in the world is the luckiest man in the world.
Yeah, you could say that. What the fuck? How do I already have a trophy in Story Classic when it's locked? But, anyways, Mario in chat was referencing the middle school shnick story where I wanted to play Spider-Man What If mode in one sitting, and my sister tried to make me turn it off to play Disney Channel. No! She tried to make me turn it off so she can watch shitty Disney Channel sitcoms, and the thing is, What If mode, I heard at the time it could not be saved. But yeah, I told that story before, but... Okay. Anyways, Vandelia, what were you asking about?
You ever heard something called Skillshare?
No.
Nope.
It's apparently it's a teaching thing. Costs money, where you... Somebody, so I asked a question on one of my Facebook groups. They said try Skillshare. It teaches you stuff apparently, but it costs money.
Well,
because I want to learn how to use Premiere Pro, and I'm fucking tired of Adam waiting for him.
I just saw a really sad notebook that my brother did while he was at school. He's supposed to do writer's responses after he reads books, right? So I scroll through...
I mean, Vandelia, you could always pay me to do your editing.
Until I learn how to do it myself, yeah.
Yeah, because thing is, the reason why I'm lazy with shitty RPG writing and my own video editing is because I do it all for free. So I do it at my own pace when I feel like it's time. I'm gonna be having fun doing it. But if I was getting paid for it, I'd have to do that shit immediately because it's a job.
How much? I'm not gonna pay you more than I make. So how much?
I mean, how much does Adam ask for?
He asked for like, I think, $8 per hour for editing and $3 for exporting.
$3, $8. Part of me wants to say do that, but I don't know. Maybe negotiation. How about this? Maybe 7 per hour editing and 2, or I guess make it all rounded out to $10 between both, or
$9.90 for both, because I make $9.90 an hour.
Oh, you make $9.90 an hour. Well, I don't want to go that high.
You could do...
Yeah, $10, that's too much.
I would straight up ask for a certain amount of money, and then I'll just edit. Because I feel like if you asked for a per hour charge, then, I don't know. I feel like that makes things complicated.
It's until I learn how to do it myself.
Well, how many hours do you work?
If Shnick's like, oh, once I'm done with the editing, you could just pay me like say like $80 or something, and then, bam, he could edit as like.
I mean, I almost want to say $50 a video, but that's way too much, I think.
Yeah.
If
I was an editor, like me, I'm super generous. I'd probably be like, oh, $15 per video, which is really low and underpaid, and you shouldn't do that. But me, I wouldn't care.
I'm trying to think. I don't even know. Like, how would I fucking... I mean, I guess you could do the same thing you do with Adam. Maybe lower it a little bit.
Okay. I'm just tired. I want to record more stuff, but I don't want to... Until I figure out how to do the basics.
I hope it makes sense for people.
Like, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, I guess the same rate he gets, but then again, I don't know. Like, you said 8 per editing and 3 per exporting?
Yeah, that's what he charged me.
Huh.
It was 5 per editing, but he raised it up a few months.
Oh, originally it was 5 for editing? I mean, I guess I'm just starting. I don't know.
But I don't know why. He just decided, I'm going to go up price. I'm like, okay.
It might have been for his own self-confidence, because...
His own self-confidence, huh?
Yeah, so it basically just for him to work more, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, let's...
He's not working very well.
He's not working very well. Oh my god. Well, maybe if... I don't know. Maybe me... in a way, stealing his job away would motivate him to work more.
Yeah. Zach about more tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, probably would be best. I mean, I know that I'm mowing the lawn tomorrow, but it would probably be late.
Yeah, I'm available till 9 p.m. That's when I go to work. So I'll be available till 8:30 p.m.
Oh, tomorrow's Thursday? What? Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Didn't realize it was that late in the week. Wasn't Adam gonna get paid at one point? I don't know. I don't know how they did payment.
I just paid him through PayPal when it was done.
And his PayPal is...
I mean, this would teach Adam a lesson about actually getting a job. You need to do your goddamn work, because if you don't, you're just replaceable. When you do your work and you show that you're very efficient, then you're shown that to be irreplaceable. Like, I'll tell you this much, when I was working at my school, we actually lost a key, and we were looking all over for it, across all the classrooms. We could not find it anywhere. So it got to the point where the lab director was getting ready to order another key. Then I look in the lost and found box in the office, and I see the key in there.
Wow.
So, the moment I saw the key, you remember that scene from Toy Story when Woody unflips Buzz's helmet and Buzz, like, starts suffocating because he thinks the air is toxic?
Yeah.
And then Woody has, like, this dumbfounded look on his face, and he just looks around to see if anyone's watching. Like, I just got that dumbfounded Woody look on my face, and then I freaking grab the key, I hold it up to the lab director as he's typing on the computer, and he doesn't look over to me, and I just calmly say, "Professor." And then he looks over to me, he's like, "Oh, you found it! Wow, Nick, you're very efficient."
Wow.
I mean, he really did, he really did like my work. Pretty surprising, because when we first started working, like, I mean, he liked enforcing a very good work ethic on all of us.
No, it's really sad. For last year, everybody, we were supposed to do like a comic in literature club, or not literature club, what was it? It's an English class. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah, English class. people were gonna do comics and could have the choice to either do it on computer, handmade, or printed out. And of course, everybody in the class decided to print it out and, you know, just use a computer. And she showed this really garbage website where you could barely do anything to make. It's like really
guys,
gross.
I gotta go.
And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna.
Brandon, you gotta go?
I'll have more
Yeah, I
flexibility.
need to go to bed because I got that interview tomorrow.
Alright, yeah, good luck, Brandon. You're gonna...
Yeah.
I really hope
And I
you do
gotta
better
go
than
because
I did at
I
Target.
have to wake up at 9:30.
I really hope you do
Yeah,
better than I did
you
at
should
Target.
text me to see if you're free tomorrow.
Okay. See y'all later.
See ya.
But yeah, I was like, I'll just draw mine because I have more flexibility and creativity. And I did that, and I worked really hard on it for like 3 days. And when I turned it in, I got a 2, which is the equivalent of about a really low C, like a 69.9%. And she said, hard to read, hard to see. Otherwise, everything else is good. And I'm just like, what? And then I and my friend one was about a dog who runs away, and then they find the dog a block later, and they're like, I'm so glad you're safe. They'll learn to keep the door closed. It's something really cheesy like that. And somehow he got 100%, and I'm just like, ugh. I was angry because he did his in like 15 minutes. So I got beamed. So yeah, nobody really likes my work in class, I guess. Mediocre work.
Speaking of mediocre work, I need to make DSP Tries to Conquer the Universe a 1-up over the original, the first. I'm not gonna go crazy special effects like the Wrath of Psycho Grandpa sequel, but I need to do something that at least continues.
Continues the story.
Yep.
The freaking DSP cinematic universe.
Oh, I know what to do. Freaking, I will start it by saying, when we last saw DSP, it like cuts like Shrek being Superman and punching DSP into an explosion. And then freaking Shrek, I can probably showcase Shrek walking away in victory. And then the sequel starts with Shrek hanging out, but then I'll use the scene from Shrek the Third when Prince Charming appears to stab and mortally wound Shrek. And like, I'll put freaking DSP's face on Prince Charming, and freaking, as soon as Shrek gets stabbed, I'll have DSP's as Shrek appears to freaking die.
Yeah, like you could slow down and make the screen turn gray as Shrek is just falling down.
And I need to freaking I need to figure it out now.
Who will save the universe from the clutches of Darkseid Phil? And it cuts to him being stupid, and then just cuts to somebody saying just like same format. How well did that YouTube poop do, by the way? I'm gonna go back and see that.
It actually stopped getting views, like, after it was initially uploaded. Like, it climbed to 86 so quickly, and then it just stopped.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Usually it's the first day thing, and like other night, it's no longer the flavor of the month.
I searched DSP YouTube poop and I'm scrolling down. Oh, I found it. That was really fast.
Really? It's there?
Yeah, if you search DSP YTP, you get about 20 results and then it's yours.
Wow.
Okay, wait, I might actually count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34. 34. So it's the 34th video when you just search DSPYTP.
Wow.
Which is relatively high for a new video. So.
Awesome.
I mean, I do appear in the first page of results for Shrek on Xbox.
Yeah. Well, it says 65 views for me. I think the views are glitched.
They probably are, because it's just been stuck at 86 for me.
Like, I look at it, and it, like, when I click on the video, it says 65 views, but when I look at it, like, through the search, it says uploaded 4 days ago, 79 views, which is really weird. Yeah, you said it had, like, over 80. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually gonna see what it says now.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's like glitch.
Yeah, when I go to Vandalia's channel, it says 86. It probably says like 87 or 88 now.
YouTube's fucking weird.
Yeah, it kind
There's
of
a bunch
is.
of likes on everyone's comments.
Oh, I have to go to Vandalia's channel, that's right. Because this was free Vandalia content. Yeah, it still says 86, but now it says 65 when I click on the video itself.
It's weird. Got 6 comments so far, or 4 comments.
Apparently you saw my review of Arthur Ray to Race because it was the first search result. You know, I'm testing that. I'm going to type in Arthur Ray to Race. I'm going to see how long it takes before I get to my video.
I like how freaking new guy Jet Set RA is so confused by freaking DSP's Dead Space gameplay.
My video is the 3rd result.
Really?
Yeah, for Arthur Ray to Race. I mean, funny thing is, I do not think that video is aged well at all, because a lot of my anger in that video was very forced.
Yeah.
In fact, anytime I get comments, on the rare occasion I get a comment saying that I was being too harsh on the game, I generally agree with it. Yeah. I mean, it's a bad game, but I was like almost treating it like it was one of the worst things I ever played, which is not true.
Yeah.
I mean, Powerpuff Girls Chemical Extraction can go fucking asshole. Because that's legit one of the worst fighting games ever created.
Disgusting.
Oh, Mario in chat says I have good... Well, yeah, I had good points, especially the false advertising on the damn box. Like, I stand behind that. Like, fucking that... The rage I had about the false advertising, that was probably justified.
Oh, hey, did you ever watch the... Hey, Jesse, did you ever watch the very end of Shnick's review, not review, Let's Play of Dora?
I haven't seen much from anybody. Like,
well, no, you'd have to watch the... Because later I Let's played Arthur Ray to Race, and let's just say the ending of Dora kind of played off the ending of Arthur.
Because, yeah, oh, about that part, but, Shnick is getting ready to rant, and he's telling Brandon to shut up, for Brandon to keep ranting about something else. He can't hear us, so he's yelling at Brandon.
Yeah, what happened was Brandon was playing freaking Battlefield 1, and he was going into Tard Rage mode because he kept losing. And apparently he positioned his microphone/phone in such a way to where he could not hear us. Ooh. And, when I kept asking him to stop yelling so that I could explain my point, he ignored us because he couldn't hear us. And funny thing is, both of us, like himself, agreed. We all agreed that we should have kicked him from the call when we realized he wasn't listening.
Yeah. Huh.
But it played in the video well.
What do you think the most recent, like, thing was, like, rage moment thing from all of us? I think it's probably the Crash Bash, this second coming.
Yeah.
Oh, Crash Bash, second coming when I fell asleep and I wasn't even there for it.
Did you see it, though? Rewatch it?
Yeah, I actually rewatched it on stream.
No. My last rage moment would have to be my video watching Delia slowly lose his mind.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw you post that, but I haven't actually watched it. Maybe I have to make a stream reaction to that now.
I've had a few rage moments when playing Hotel Mario with Brandon, but so far there hasn't really been much updates on it.
Like, you know what?
Just say,
Terminator 3 was when I was getting better at reviewing, yeah. Truth is, I don't think Terminator 3 is going to be the end of reviews. I do actually want to review Shrek on Xbox. In fact, I even have a script ready for it. It's just that I need to be in a good mood in order to make it.
Was that recorded in 2015?
It was recorded in 2015, but then didn't get uploaded until last year.
Shnick, I've been wanting to ask this question to people around our group. Would you consider yourself more of a YouTuber or more of a streamer?
Probably more a guy on YouTube who just happens to stream.
Yeah.
I don't really like, I don't like calling myself a hardcore streamer because I am not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's like an actual, like, streamer, but, you know, who just does it for fun.
Yeah, I stream because it's fun. And you know what? I don't really get to talk to people all that much where I'm at, and that part of the reason why I started streaming a lot more is because it gives me a chance to talk to people in chat.
Yes, me too. I like to. I'm by myself at the house, and it's like very boring. That's why I like joining people. I was like, come on guys, stream. Why can't you guys stream when I'm off work? Come on guys, I want to be a part of this too.
I mean, well, you're part of it now.
Oh yeah, because I'm off work. But,
well, 4th of July, so there you go.
Well, I worked today.
Oh,
I got off at 1 o'clock.
Oh, you got off at, well, still 4th of July. I tell you, when I was at the retro game store, I tell you, I was at one store. Well, the first store, Retro Games Plus, is more of an independent chain, and when I called up both of them, Retro Games said they warned me they were probably going to close early. And then Game Exchange, which is a much bigger chain and therefore is a lot more corporate, they were just open all day. In fact, when I was in Game Exchange, I kept hearing that the employees rant about how that they were really wishing they could close early.
At least get holiday pay. At least get holiday pay.
Pretty sure they were getting paid.
No, not paid. Holiday pay.
Oh, that's right. Benefits.
You don't get holiday. You don't get holiday pay at McDonald's.
You kind of need to talk to more new people. Well, I kind of need to do that too, except I don't know how to do that in person, so I do it with streaming.
Most of my friends have their own lives now and kids. And
well, you know, that's funny. Everybody's at an age, like when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe your 50s. A lot of people can feel isolated a lot because you feel like a lot of your friends just have their own life to worry about, like careers, families, moving away. But when you get older, everyone starts to retire. Everyone's kids are all grown up and they're all doing their own thing. So when you're old, you've had your success, you've raised your kids, you've done everything. All of a sudden, all that free time you did not have suddenly becomes available again.
Ooh.
So in 30 more years.
See, it seems really overwhelming.
So, your twilight years, you get to have some fun. Even Sean Connery, the original James Bond, put it best. He turned down the chance to reprise his role as Henry Jones Sr. in Indiana Jones 4, in his own words, because retirement's too damn fun.
Wow. And I'm just sitting here, young 16-year-old still in high school.
I tell you, cherish it, because you're in one of the last Then again, you could probably make friends in a work environment. I'm probably wrong about that. No, I'm not wrong about that, but...
Well, I've made friends at work, but we just don't talk outside of work, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, when you're working, at least, that's the one reason why people go out and work, so that way they're not by themselves. Oh, and because they kind of need to, but...
Yeah, kind of bills, you know, fucking bills.
So, like, the occupations that I want to do, like, of course, my dream thing is, you know, getting big enough on YouTube and Twitch to where I could make a living off of it, but still being, like, at a small to where I have a nice community going. Like, that's, of course, always going to be, like, my dream thing, because it's always going to be fun to, you know, sit down and talk with everybody and stream and do that. But most realistically, I'm probably just going to get a job in editing or filming.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
the thing
you're good
that
at
I've
it.
opened up and thinking about is
maybe you two can compete for it. You two can work together and split the money for the editing job.
Maybe.
Be like teamwork.
But yeah, the most likely thing is I'm either going to be an editor, a cinematographer, or what I think would be probably the most fun is a voice actor, like a voiceover guy. I forgot the correct name for it. Yeah, voice actor.
If you go watch my Phoenix Wright Let's Plays in the future, most of my future ones, I have a lot of voice acting in that. I do a lot of voice acting for those things.
I think voice acting would be really fun to do.
I lost my voice doing that.
And if I ever, like, I would love to do, like, cartoons, like, cartoon voices and stuff. Though, like, even the announcer for Smash 4 was straight up just a really, really amateur voice actor, and they just happened to like his voice, and he happened to be chosen by Nintendo randomly. So.
Well, I gotta get going. What time should I call you tomorrow, Shnick?
At this rate, probably around 11 or 12.
Like PM?
Yeah.
Like noon?
Yeah, around noon. I mean, I might be making my lunch at that point, but I could probably call him then again, my dad's gonna be home, so maybe around 1 or 2, maybe.
I should be up by then. Alright, so we can discuss, you know, more. Right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. And Mario and Chad just brought up how the lack of friends thing can be made worse when family has to come and go, and he also apologized for about my Gram. Because she passed away 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That's why I do the James Bond streams, actually, because she not only liked James Bond, for some reason she also liked dumb action movies starring Chuck Norris and Steven Seagal.
Yeah. Shnick, you know what I found interesting? When I was like, I'd say 7, 6, I'd be like, man, I wonder what it's going to be like being in high school and all that. And then I get there and I'm like, oh, that's pretty much still the same, except everyone's more stupid. So...
Oh, you lost yours last year. I'm sorry to hear that. Really? I mean, I think you're older than I am, so honestly... Then again, I kept hearing it from because the fabled Uncle Wally has the same doctor as my Gram. according to that doctor, I was very blessed to have her for as long as I did. Like, even before I was born, she just got so many medical conditions. Like, she did not show it on the outside, but on the inside, she was just very sickly. Like, she was diabetic, she had a heart condition. She was always taking a lot of pills. I mean, it's not like she was old and frail. I mean, she couldn't really walk that fast. And she definitely was able to talk fine. It's just that she had a weak heart.
My friend has a weak heart, really bad bones, and gets exhausted easily, and he's only 16. It's really bad
that there is just bad genes, unfortunately.
It's probably a mix of bad genes plus the fact that he's really poor, so it's actually kind of, he eats really trash food all the time.
Yeah,
so.
that certainly does not help.
Yeah.
You watch 200 plus movies. I did a little experiment that at the time I called the Mega Movie Marathon. Because I was buying, with a lot of my spare cash, I was buying a whole bunch of movies. Essentially, what I did was I arranged the movies in chronological order of when they were released, or more or less based on their release year, and I just watched all of them. Like, the earliest movies include freaking Snow White, then freaking some Hitchcock flicks like Saboteur and Shadow of a Doubt, going all the way to the present day. Only thing is, in the older years, there weren't really that many movies. There are so few movies I have dating before 1960 that the section I have for it is just dated before 1960. And then each year starting with 1960 gets its own dedicated slot.
Duck Soup. My dad likes Duck Soup, which is a really old movie.
Oh my god! Your Gram died unexpected? Well, so did mine. She just dropped freaking dead of a... She didn't drop dead of a heart attack, but let's just say the heart attack that later claimed her life came out of nowhere. Like, let's just say I was on spring break, and I was seeing her. She was perfectly fine. 2 days later, she drops, having a heart attack. She dies in the hospital a day later.
Damn.
But it's strange that you bring up how she died of a broken heart after an aunt of yours died and your grandfather died. That's kind of strange, because there's this saying that death comes in threes. Like, three big deaths of people close to you can happen very close to each other, and that's exactly what happened with me. First, it was my old dog. Then, literally 3.3 months later, my uncle, who was involved in the ice cream story, passed away very suddenly of a heart attack. 3.3 months later, my Gram dies.
That must have been really hard on you, Shnick.
I mean, I'm alright with it, but because, I tell you this much, my mod did not get over it for, like, quite a while. I mean, she's fine now, thank God, but...
Yeah.
I don't know, when it comes to me and death, I kind of just I don't really, takes a lot to get me actually upset over it, but to me, I just kind of have an empty feeling. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me not wanting to let death get in the way, because, you know, it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
And I will say, when in January, when I was really striving for people to talk to before I figured out streaming was the solution, that's actually one point where I did get a bit upset with about my Gram, because she was someone I was always able to talk to.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, there was a former friend of mine who really pissed me the fuck off around that time, because I was trying to reconnect with him, and he just blatantly fucking found ways to escape it, and I ultimately I just decided he's not really a friend of mine anymore.
That sucks.
Yeah.
If I ever get in a situation where somebody doesn't want to hang out with me, I'd be like, dude, are you doing this on purpose and stuff like that? I'd be like, listen, it's fine if you don't have to be friends, but you don't have to go pretending like.
Well, actually, Vandalia worded it best. In Vandalia's words, I'd rather you be my enemy than pretend to be my friend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd rather you just be honest about it.
Chill out a bit. Let's play Battle Royale. Here we go. So yeah, that's the thing. That's why I kind of believe in the supernatural, because deaths coming perfectly in threes within a short span of time. I mean, granted, my ma ended up having to deal with 2 more deaths afterward. One, a friend of hers died from illness. Except I didn't really know this friend, and you know, it's kind of strange. My ma now has nothing but nice things to say about this friend of hers. I'll tell you this much. Anytime, my ma and this friend were in the same room, let's just say my ma would always bicker behind her back. Sometimes for stupid reasons. Like, one time we were working in an office and this friend goes to get a plate of food, and I guess the friend was a superior of us. And my mom looks over to me and she's like, oh, look, she went to go get dinner for herself. Oh, and I see she also made sure not to tell us we could go. Even though we were on equal playing field.
That makes no sense.
Well, my mom bickers about everything.
See me, I am very, very, very lenient. We're like too much lenient towards people.
I mean, I believe it, but... And then, there was actually another death in the family very recent, except no one really felt anything about it because this family member was more or less disowned. Yeah. In fact, my ma said it best. I don't feel bad, and that's why I kind of feel bad, that I don't feel anything. Meanwhile, I'm gonna make a second weapon set. Alright,
Anyway, Shnick, now that it's really late into the stream, and that almost everyone's gone, we could probably talk to you about how the spin-off.
Yeah, go on.
So, I'm thinking of doing an intro, and the intro is gonna have like, so it's gonna have a layer of like this black outline where it has like a square hole cut out, and it's gonna have pictures going in it, and those pictures are probably gonna be rendered by me of some stuff that happened in the original shitty RPG, right? And it's gonna show the events that happened with Roman and the Star Rod, and it's gonna be like, but how did he obtain it? And then it's gonna go to like Kirby's house, and it's gonna show him getting an SOS signal from Meta Knight, and it's gonna kind of cut between Kirby
walking up, trying to find Meta Knight, and then it's gonna have Meta Knight do like a tutorial battle against Roman and Eggman and all of them as the Halberd crashes. But the hardest thing, of course, for me to do is try and find a way to comprehend the crash of the Halberd. So,
yeah.
like, I'm not sure how to do the crash of the Halberd. I could have like maybe like a still picture of the Halberd and have like an image on the background go behind it to look like clouds looping, but I'm not sure if you can loop the image. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of weird to do. I've been looking into more and more tutorials about RPG Maker MD.
I mean, you might be able to find a script for what you're looking for.
Maybe. I think a lot of the stuff that I need to do or want to do, I mean, probably comes down to the plugins that I find for it, so. But anyways, I think I got a lot of the story part, or part of the first part. So, there's gonna be a path. So once Kirby and Meta Knight team off and Eggman steals the Star Rod and goes away, and Roman, you know, kind of goes his own path as well, and they're kind of chasing, like, you're basically Kirby and Meta Knight racing against Roman to find Eggman and get the Star Rod. And the first part is gonna be, you know, the kind of green area, and like just the generic area of like Mario / Kirby mixed together. And so you're gonna try to get help from the Toadsworth. Wait, could that work? Like
I mean, well, Toadsworth does die by the monster, but this could be just before his death. Well, this is gonna be before his death, yes, so it would work.
Never mind then, because I was thinking of doing a boss fight with him.
Doing a boss fight with Toadsworth where you kill him?
He could survive, but anyways, I'm gonna try to explain it. So, you're the mushroom, or you go to the Mushroom Kingdom, and of course Peach and Mario and them are all gone. So, you talk to Toadsworth, or maybe Toadette. I could probably replace him with Toadette, as like pretending to be Toadsworth's daughter, I guess. That could work, but so you end up getting rejected to, you know, use the military stuff because you make the person angry. I was gonna try to write a funny script for Toadsworth about how you make him angry and you can't use like the military weapons to go hunting them down because they don't really see how important the Star Rod actually is. So instead, what you have to do is you have to sneak into their military base of the Mushroom Kingdom, and you're supposed to use like this missile silo to destroy a rock on a path to, you know, get past the area to the next area. Where I don't think I'm gonna do a cinematic. I think you're just gonna press a button and then hear an explosion, because I'm not gonna make a cinematic of that. But so you're in this military base, you sneak in, you fight a few toads, and I was thinking of having some Metal Gear Solid references mixed in, and the fight was gonna be Toadsworth in a mech, like one of the Metal Gear Solid Metal Gears. Like he's gonna be inside it piloting it, and you have to fight him over the missile codes to break the rock in the path. So yeah, it's gonna be kind of like the first area. So what do you think about that, at least?
I mean, it sounds alright so far.
Alright, just making sure, because I wasn't sure how Toadsworth could go into that.
You remember how amazing Splinter Cell was? Yeah, it was kind of ahead of its time on the PC. But, oh, by the way, here's actually, you know, I found another way I could potentially connect the Shnick universe.
Well,
so I found a way that two worlds can connect with each other. So you know how in freaking Sonic Adventure 2 and Shadow's backstory?
Yeah.
And how the grandfather of Eggman's involved?
Mm-hmm.
So, I make it to where Edward Ashford from Resident Evil actually has the ability to travel up. Well, I make it to where Professor Gerald actually travels to other worlds, getting top researchers for the Shadow Project or whatever it was called. And one witness happens to be Edward Ashford from Resident Evil. But then when the project is shut down, and Gerald becomes embittered and plans revenge on mankind, Ashford gets cut off, but then Ashford's like, how can I create the ultimate life forms? And then begins his research on the progenitor virus. Funny thing is, I found out that the events, like, it said, the events, the disaster on the space colony, I found out its events actually perfectly match up to where I put Resident Evil, where I put Edward Ashford beginning his research on the timeline.
It's actually pretty funny how well it matches up.
Yeah.
I also kind of thought up, I was kind of thinking a better way to kind of flesh out the Wii section when you're stuck inside the Wii.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was thinking of having a portal kind of Half-Life thing where GLaDOS is kind of like in control of the Wii. Like GLaDOS and Roman, like GLaDOS is like the AI of the Wii, like its safety stuff. And you have to fight GLaDOS to get out of the Wii, like to shut it down. So I just think it kind of fits the aesthetic of what I'm trying to go for the Wii area. But yeah, the reason why I have so much music is probably just because how many differentiating areas I have. Because I have a green, like, generic area going to an army base, going on to this ocean segment where you get to Inkopolis/Studiopolis, and then that's going to have lots of stuff. And also, the underground segment after, like, the Inkopolis/Studiopolis thing is going to be kind of like a spy-esque thing. Like, you have to figure out, like, a crime backstory to get through it, the underground, and help these guys, and it's going to be, like, kind of like a shady place.
Yeah.
And it's going to have, like, spy-esque music. It's not going to have, like, actual stuff. Like, I found, like, this Donkey Kong remix that sounds like a kind of like something that would be in a James Bond movie, and it sounds really good, the remix, so I think a lot of the pieces are falling together. Lots of stuff are being fleshed out script-wise.
And you know how the ending has to go, right?
Yes, Roman gets Star Road. Or not Roman, the freaking angry guy. Crazy guy.
Yeah, Crazy Guy's what I call. I mean, he has a real name, but I just call him Crazy Guy.
Yeah, he gets the Star Rod at the end. I remember you talking about it, where he's like looking for this. He holds it up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that. It pops up in the corner. Jesse will remember that.
Speaking of which, on the box art for the Xbox version of this game, it literally has a bumper saying, "First Halo, now this." I mean, I think this game's infinitely better than Halo, way I see it, but...
First Halo was good, Halo 2 was the best one, Halo 3 was alright, and the other Halos are... Well, Halo Reach is alright too, so...
Yeah. Just thinking. I don't know what else I want to do, but... Now that you got me talking about shitty RPG... So, right now I'm trying to put in the final dungeon. I still have to code in the middle school shnick fight. Like, what I'm probably gonna have to do... Like, how should I do it? Should I make it to where I Photoshop an actual photo of middle school shnick and then just make you fight his head?
That would be pretty funny, but it would also be kind of weird seeing that.
So, what do you think would be better?
Sprite or giant floating head? Like, if you're going for like a more serious tone, probably a Sprite. But if you're going for like more of a reaction slash funny type of thing, then go with the photoshopped head. Like, if Adam's playing it, then it's probably gonna be really funny for him.
Freaking Mario in chat wants me to do the photoshopped head.
Yeah, the photoshopped head might be pretty funny.
And the music that I already picked out a lot of the music. The music that will be playing during the final battle with Middle School Shnick is the final battle music from Persona 3. And then we were talking about credit songs. You know, I said...
need a credit song.
Huh?
I think I still need a credit song.
Well, then find one. But then, I know that I said for the best ending, I would be using the credit song from the original Dead Rising. And you know, the lyrics of it actually kind of match up with the work I did on the game. And fucking Middle School Shnick's work on the game. Like, it is surprising.
It's almost like it was made for it.
And then the bad ending uses the original credit song from Resident Evil 2. Because Resident Evil 2 actually has 2 pieces of credits music. One for the A scenario and one for the B scenario. Like, the A scenario music has like a bit of a majestic piece that sounds a little bit sad. And then the B scenario is like a straight up rock music.
Wow. Yeah, and I haven't played through Resident Evil 2, but I know a lot about it. So.
And the funny thing is, in the N64 version, they actually cut out the rock credits music. Like both scenarios end with the A scenario credits music.
That's kind of weird.
Well, they probably cut out the second song to save space on the cartridge.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, because the thing with... That's why Resident Evil 2 on N64 was such a technical achievement. Because that's why a lot of people think the port is impressive. Because Capcom managed to compress a 2-disc PS1 game into a single 64-megabyte N64 cartridge.
If you think that's impressive, they were going to do a Game Boy Advance version of Resident Evil 2, but of course it never came to be.
Well, they were going to do a Game Boy Color version of the original game.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but what was more impressive with Resident Evil 2 was that they kept most of the content from the original game. Like, the FMVs are in, although they're highly compressed. And all the voice acting's retained.
Wow.
I mean, some stuff was cut out. Like, one thing that was very weird... So, in the cutscene where Annette explains how William Birkin infected himself with the G-Virus, in all other versions of the game, there's 2 versions of the cutscene. Because in the A scenario, because in Leon's scenario, it's Ada that talks to Annette. But then in Claire's scenario, Claire herself talks with her. So they made 2 versions of the cutscene. One where, because when Birkin injects himself with the G-Virus, more or less, they recorded a version where Ada says, so he injected himself with the G-Virus? And there's a version where Claire says the same line. However, for some odd reason, for pretty obvious reasons, to save space on the cartridge, they cut the Claire
Jesus.
version of the they cut the Claire version of the cutscene, so only the Ada cutscene is in.
Huh.
At least that's what I think. I think it was
Would
the
be
Ada.
funny if they used the exact same voice clip.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're playing as Claire, they very obviously you hear Ada's voice asking.
It looks like your party was cancelled.
Mm-hmm. Now, hang on. Trying to think of what I want to do. Maybe I'll try the fucking zombie mission again, maybe on easy mode.
What's funny is when I was over at my friend's house playing Resident Evil 2, he's like, no, the liquor doesn't come till way later in the game. And then I walk down the hallway and I see the blood drip and I'm just like, really? You think I'm stupid?
Freaking no, you're like Alucard from the Castlevania TV series. Like freaking, their swords are like caught in like this lock. And then freaking Trevor tries to freaking knee him in the groin. And then Alucard doesn't even react. Please, this isn't a bar fight. Have some class.
Wow.
I mean, that fight actually did show some of the dedication the creators had to the games, because Alucard actually uses some of his moves from Symphony of the Night.
It's pretty cool.
Like, you know how in Symphony of the Night, if you do, like, down and forward, if you do, like, down, forward, slash, like, you could actually teleport behind the enemies and, like, do, like, a repeated 1-2 slash.
I don't know.
Well, Alucard does that in the show. Well, no, he doesn't do 2 slashes, but he does the teleport. And he slashes at Trevor from behind.
Anyways, I'm probably gonna get going now.
Yeah.
It's been nice, but
Everybody slowly dropped like flies, and I guess I'm just naturally the one to leave next, so...
I mean, I think it is 4 in the morning. Maybe I should get going, too. Yeah. Alright, sorry to abandon you, TimeSplitters, but... What? What'd you say?
I was gonna say I was gonna leave, but I'll just wait till the end of the stream.
Alright, bye-bye.